Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
Hello everybody.
What up?
This is episode 130 what? Seven of the iLLogical Sense podcast. It's your boy Busby.
And over here is your boy JC No
Huddix and Martine.
Yo.
We literally just got done watching game 5 of the Raptors and Warriors. And the Warriors were down 3-1. And they won by the skin of their teeth.
I need a cigarette after that.
Shit. That was a
time to roll me up one.
I'm not even a tobacco man. I need a cigarette.
This is what crack feels like.
Give me
That was a game. That was the best game of the series. And all I could say is, Warriors fans, you Warrior fans, you need to thank KD. You need to no, y'all don't appreciate that man. Y'all don't.
Round of applause for Kevin Durant.
Damn, I never thought you would say
sacrificing
that. After the first episode we ever done.
Yeah, but I've always said I like Kevin Durant.
I know. It's just funny.
He likes Kevin. Me, not so much.
Why?
No, the Hooper.
Yeah, well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll never doubt his skills. Yeah. Never.
Whatever he does off the court, I don't care about.
Yeah,
but
all that other shit.
What
I'm just like, bruh, I'm off you.
If Kevin Durant said I want to go to the Lakers, I'm not being like, well, you went to the Warriors. No, there's none of that.
No, I will have that same energy that I had with LeBron. It's like, alright, like I got no choice. We good. Fuck it.
Yeah, like it is what it is. But no, all that. We're better without KD. That
narrative is dead. In the words of Pusha T, that narrative is dead. I watched it with my own eyes.
11 points to make sure that you were.
That 1 point the Warriors won by was because of KD. That 1 point. Yeah. That 1 point was the whole difference. Because the Raptors would have won. I'm just being flat out. The Raptors would have flat out won and took this.
Yeah. Without question.
If y'all lived under a rock. Kevin Durant said, well, I don't know how to say all this. He was gone for pretty much he's gone for the first 5 games.
He's gone for a month.
Yeah.
And the Warriors were down and out. They won game 2. Well, we talked about last week. But then the fucking Raptors came to Oakland and said, this is they said, fuck your couch. And beat them not once, but twice. Very badly. Yeah,
that's why when we last left after game 2, I wasn't really tripping on it. I was like, okay, Warriors did what I thought they were going to do. I thought the series was going to leave 1-1 to begin with. Mm-hmm. I thought the series was going to leave 2-2. I tell you that much.
I thought that too. Here. I literally thought that. And it looked like that in the beginning, and then Kawhi just updated. He like the Borg. He's adapted and started making a whole bunch of. I call the Warriors when they make those threes. Those are fuck you threes. Like fuck you. Kawhi is all. Those are just daggers into your heart. And just beat them so bad that there was a whole bunch of Raptor fans there singing "Old Canada" in Oakland, in Oracle. Now that was, man, like the Warrior fans walked out.
Made the minority owner push Kyle Lowry. That's our spot.
Shit. Oh yeah, that shit happened. And
fucking Mark Stevens wanted to be involved with the game and ended up getting fined like a player, $500,000.
$500,000, and then
I did the math on that.
It's like $20.
Yeah, it's like it's $1 for every $4,000 that he has because he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
So literally, when you get to that point, it's basically like
$20.
$20 for somebody that makes $100,000.
But he can't go to Chase, the new arena, when it's done.
Yeah, he's
banned for a year. So he can't go for the whole season, even postseason. He cannot go to that brand new, fresh.
Rightfully
arena.
so, though. Like it wasn't like Kyle Lowry landed on him.
Yeah,
dude was 2 seats away,
and then he just
reached over and shit
and pushed him.
Yeah.
And according to what K.R.I.T said, he said, "Go fuck yourself." But if you look at it, it didn't look like he said it. He was just being petty. But I don't blame him. Shit, fuck out of here.
I mean, no.
Yeah, and the rumor is apparently they're gonna have him sell his share in the team too.
Oh yeah.
So see, that's what I like about the NBA. Y'all act accordingly. They acted accordingly and got him swiftly the fuck up out of here.
Actually, that was the Warriors.
Yeah. The Warriors. I'm not saying in general, because if this was the NFL, they would have did more investigating. That's what I'm saying. This was the NFL. They would have did all the investigating and all that other bullshit. You know, they would took time time, it probably would have took a few months before they made a decision.
Well, they've been doing moves like that since Donald Sterling. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
You know, what has Magic Johnson done?
So
He has AIDS.
he has AIDS. Nah, but then everything coming to this game, Twitter was just like, it's over. It's finally over. They were riding the Warriors off, and I'm just sitting back because I didn't go to it because I'm thinking the game hasn't started yet. Like, it's not over yet. Like, what the fuck? It's not over. It hasn't even started. These motherfuckers were saying, nope, the dynasty's over. Kawhi ended them. Blah 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 blah. And everyone's already out there. The whole continent of Canada is in Jurassic Park. I still can't believe they call it Jurassic Park. They're all out there, and I'm just sitting back because I don't like doing that. I don't like not overhyping it, but jumping. What's the word for it?
Jumping the gun
Too quick. Because I get you excited, but at the end of the day, this is still the Golden State Warriors.
I'm telling you that I did that because...
You're petty.
No. Because before that, Kevin Durant still wasn't in the equation.
That too.
So...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So after that, a report came out after that loss in Oakland, because the Warriors went in panic mode. And reports started coming out that KD, the Warriors were getting frustrated. Apparently Steve Kerr was getting frustrated. They were saying some shit was that KD wasn't ready. They did practices, he wasn't ready, blah 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 blah. So a few days later, this on Sunday, it got announced that KD was approved to go to practicing. And mind you, we all get we get sources, and pretty much from what me, JC, and a few other people were hearing, KD's injury was a lot worse than expected, but the Warriors kept it on the hush. Yeah. Pretty much. But he was ready. And what all this shit reminded me of, I was going they're being hush about it. This is reminding me of Boobie Myers and Friday Night Lights. That's what it was reminding me of. Because they were being hush about it. So then, today, this Monday morning, they announced, KD's playing. And we were just like...
Not only is he playing, he's starting.
He's starting. And I'm like, oh... And I'm thinking, I'm thinking okay, we don't know, but we'll watch it in practice. Before we recorded, we were watching Sports Center and everything, and KD was dunking, he was fucking dancing, moonwalking, spinning, before his little warning. You saw that shit, that little hopscotch shit he did. Seriously, sea walking, doing break dancing. He was doing all sorts of shit. So the game was going on, and all of a sudden the Warriors just started sinking Pleasantville threes. If y'all have ever seen that movie Pleasantville, that's pretty much what was going on. KD, Clay, Steph, everybody, all them threes are going in.
They're running off adrenaline.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was going to lead into that. Yeah. You were calling it, this is just adrenaline, So I'm thinking, I was like, okay. So second quarter going on, KD gave him 11 points. And then all of a sudden, KD tried to make a shot, got the ball, and all of a sudden something popped. Oh my God! And then he just went down, gave up the ball, and I was like, damn. And then Andre Iguodala carried him to the back, and he got injured again. And JC looked like he wanted to punch a fucking wall, jump out a window.
For real, dude. I almost feared for my life, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what because JC saw it coming.
I tried to say it they're pressuring him into playing. Yeah, this is not good because I don't think he's properly ready. Yeah, and the narrative was already shifting. Again, this is a man who he clearly cares about what people says, regardless of how we feel, how he should respond. Let's deal with the facts. He cares about his appearance and how he comes across to complete strangers. Oh yeah. So just 3 years ago, the narrative was, well, not only did you leave a team after being up 3-1. You joined the team because you couldn't beat them, and you're trying to find the easy way. Now, 3 years later, the reports are coming out that the team's frustrated with him. Yeah, they think he can play. So, imagine if he didn't play, and assuming they lose this game in the series, what do you think the narrative is going to be? KD quit. No, but it's not just he quit. It's that, he's leaving free agency and he quit. Well, who's to say he didn't quit on them before the season even started? Yeah. So that's something that was probably going through his mind. I feel like I need to play. I need to prove myself. And the Warriors put him in such a fucked up position. At the end of the day, I care about the players. Of course, I'm a diehard Lakers fan. But
the principle,
players,
it's the principle
who make up this beautiful game.
Mm-hmm.
It's the players. Mm-hmm. So when he went down, you're damn right I got pissed off for him. Mm-hmm. They should have never put him in that position.
I did too. I was as soon as I saw that, I was like, you niggas don't deserve to win. And I said back last week or before the finals, I said it was going to go 5 games. Well, that ain't going to happen. But I said whoever wins this game, I didn't choose. I said whoever wins this gets what they deserve. And I swear to God, the Warriors do not deserve. They don't deserve this ring. I'm sorry. I never thought I'd ever say it. I've always been very nonchalant about this, but just seeing what happened with KD, that just left a very sour taste in my mouth. So when that happened, Canada. First, everybody cheered when KD went down. And
watching the replay, though, I think they were cheering. The play was still going.
Yeah.
That I want to at least try to give them the benefit of the doubt.
But then pictures came out of them waving bye-bye.
Well, see, then that's where
that's a little different.
Yeah.
So, people were cheering, and then when they saw how bad it was, people started clapping for KD, and then when he was really getting carried out, the entire fucking Toronto just started chanting KD. I was like, they all so nice. I need to go visit Canada.
Seriously.
Yeah, we need to go up to Canada,
They hate you 1 second, then they apologize for
and
it.
And then Drake on the sideline was like, oh my God. Damn.
At the end of the day,
I know, but the way he was doing it was hella over dramatic. It was just.
Well, they showed it in slow motion too, so.
Oh my God!
We didn't see it play out in actual motion. We did see the slowed down version of that.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that's the problem though. That's probably why it hit you like that. You know what I mean? Like
nigga was still on O for 5 seconds.
Oh my God! Oh shit, man! Shit! He looked like he was about to cry.
I'm saying by the time he dropped, iOS 13 had already been updated on my shit.
No, and then he's like that mom, like my baby, no!
Yeah. Don't be a menace. That's not your baby.
Oh, okay.
Who the fuck this nigga?
So the Warriors started, like Michael said in Thriller.
He's not a raptor.
Oh, he just sits back down. Anyway, so after that, like Michael Jackson says in Thriller, they were fighting for their lives because the Warriors were literally fighting for their lives and they were making clutch threes. But then all of a sudden, Kawhi Leonard just became the Borg and he updated. Yeah. He adapted.
Boy, them stories about Kawhi since the last time we were on air,
Boardman, yeah, that's me. Yeah,
Boardman gets paid. Man, his trash talk is elite. Just buckets.
No, it's like Prince.
Yeah,
like Prince.
I mean, the story about him on the yo-yo, the yo-yo training machine they had when he was with the Spurs.
Yeah,
they doubled his weight and he was already 250 at the time, and he broke the machine. Because
that shit's insane, dog.
The San Diego State trainer, he still works out with that trainer to this day. He says when they compare him to an athlete, he says, "Oh, Calvin Johnson." They don't even go to basketball. Like they leave basketball. They said he trains like a football player.
Because, he looks like a football player.
Because they said basketball players, you could play year round. Football players, they have to get it in the weight room because they can't play until the season. They said when it's the off season, he doesn't play basketball. He goes straight to the weight room.
He's the fucking.
He's
the Terminator, dog.
Yeah, he operates like a football player.
He's like, what's his name?
That's
the old
crazy.
boy from the Rocky IV, the Russian dude. You know what I'm talking about? Drago. He's like the Drago. Blacko.
Dies.
If he does, if he does, But he always. I just love what he was saying after Game 4 when he was in the presser. Like, what would this mean for the people of Canada? Well, you gotta ask them.
You have to ask them
about that. I was like, well,
I don't even know, man. I
love his answers, man.
That's my answer.
There's so his brand has really taken off from not saying anything.
Yeah.
Like it's a great brand to market because it's all based on the basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's not based on the talking and don't get me wrong. I love when athletes sell themselves off the field, off the court.
Right.
But every now and then you just want that brand where it's solely on the basketball and he's just so awkward.
Yeah.
Or comes across as awkward off the court.
Where all these stories started with the awkward laugh. Bro.
I mean the theory in itself is like, I don't even think Kawhi's family knows he's in the NBA. It's just like he leaves and then he comes back and then they just have dinner.
Even if they would have won, he probably would have not even celebrated. He would just looked around like,
Well, I mean, he's done that before.
He would have jumped like his 97 Chevy and would have drove home.
Then it would have been traffic. Like, why is everyone celebrating? Like, get out the way. Quiet! Okay. And
Hey, Kawhi, where'd you get that trophy? I got Employee of the Month.
MVP.
Finals MVP. I got Employee of the Month.
He comes in home and he's like, "Why? What's going on?" They gave me, we won. Oh,
I got an award.
I got an award, a participation award.
You got apples? Apple time.
Stupid. Board man. I don't know. What's he say? Board man gets paid? Board man gets paid. Nah, I just hear board man. Yeah, that's
board
me.
Man. Board man.
Board man.
Board man gets paid.
Yeah, board man gets paid.
I can hear this shit. I'm like, seriously.
But anyway, so third quarter, fourth quarter, Warriors were fighting for their lives, and Clay and Steph made some great threes. But, we all want to say how we wanted the Warriors to win, but the Warriors just capitalized, and the Raptors low-key blew it. They blew it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a 9-0 run to end the game. So
and then the Warriors, and then after that, when it was on the 9-0 run, we were thinking that was it. And then I was like, this is still the Golden State Warriors. And then Martin was like, good point. And then they went on a fucking run. And then all of a sudden, I called it. I was like, damn. And I saw the ball getting passed again. Damn. And it went to Steph. And I was like, damn. And it was in the air. Damn. Fuck you.
Kyle Lowry went from the most celebrated Toronto athlete over the last 48 to 72 hours. I wouldn't even say that.
And that during the game.
Up until the final
second
minute and a half of the game.
No, literally.
The final. No. Because remember, he's the one that turned it over when he passed it to Marcus.
He did.
Yeah,
you're right.
It was the final minute and a half.
And he got the ball, and I got up from my chair. I was like, oh.
You know how trash your shot has to be for you to hit the backboard on the other side of the fucking board where the hoop isn't even on?
No, the ball literally flew.
When the ball goes, I want you to think about that. When the ball goes back there,
it's gone.
They usually go back there for the fucking dunk contest. The ball was back there for a reason because the nigga's spinning in a 360 to catch it and bring it back over. No, he shot it and it went to the other side of the goddamn backboard.
And the funniest part of the whole part, you said, where the fuck the ball go?
Yeah, this Busby's not making this up. He shot it and I looked and I was like, where the hell did the ball go?
Back to Oracle. That's what happened.
Oh, shit.
The truth. Back to Oracle we go. So, game 6 is on Thursday at Oracle.
And I will say this, you can't pin this on the Demmer curse. He actually called Warriors winning this game.
But the curse is still in effect until the Raptors win the Drake curse, the Demmer curse, and the Paul Pierce curse.
Now you have to add the KD curse.
And the KD curse is still in effect. Until
what I'm saying is
Warriors.
You named all three of those, but I'm saying, could it be possible that we have the KD curse now that supersedes all that shit?
Because the
bad karma of putting that man out there in that position.
I was talking when I say the three curses, that's all the three curses for the Raptors.
But I'm saying now we have a new one
for the Warriors.
I don't know if there's going to be a KD curse now because the way he left. He might be fucked for when he goes to wherever he plays next season. He's going to be fucked.
Let's put it to you this way:
definitely.
When he left the Houston game, was probably just a sprain on his calf. He walked out on his own merit. When he walked out tonight, he was in a cast. He was in a cast and a fucking
crutches.
In crutches.
Yeah.
And that hurt me. And I'm like, Warriors don't deserve this. Warrior fans don't deserve this win. If you win, it'll be a huge ass asterisk. And I never thought I'd say that about the Warriors because I've always been so neutral on them. And but this shit, nah, y'all don't deserve this. But again, what we say on this podcast always tends to fucking happen because I said last week it'll be some funny ass shit. I said it. It'll be some funny ass shit if the fucking Raptors win the next two games in Oracle and then the Warriors have a 3-1 or down 3-1 and they come back and beat them. Mm-hmm. I love this podcast.
It's looking highly unlikely now that
especially
the thing of it is that was going to happen. We said it with KD. You said if KD comes back.
I didn't say it was KD comes back. I just said it I didn't say nothing about KD.
Well, because to me, what we just saw was we'll do it without KD.
They literally cannot do this without KD.
It's not going to happen.
And not even without KD, but just without KD even for a half.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then again,
they literally won based off of a half.
We literally saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it with my own eyes. But then again, who the fuck knows? The curse is still in effect, people.
There's no curse in effect.
until they win.
Because the thing of it is, they all called 6. So that's the thing. There's not a curse in effect. We still gotta wait to see.
Like I said, until these niggas win, the curse is still in effect.
Which is why I brought in
the KD curse.
Yeah, because maybe that's what.
Maybe that be the deciding factor. We'll see.
Yeah.
We gonna see.
Yeah.
Great game though. All around, it was a great game. No, it was entertaining.
Anytime you get a final score where it's a 1-point game and it's close all the way throughout, that's a W for the fans in my book.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously not for Raptors.
And I said I wanted more basketball.
Well, of course, not for them. I mean, they wanted to win.
Yeah,
you know
but I mean, depending on the kind of Raptor fan you ask.
Yeah,
because if you're honestly, I said this before we jumped on air. If I'm a Raptors fan, I'm looking at that like, all right, bet
we're gonna beat you.
I'm still very confident looking at that like,
sure. You
sacrificed even more two-time Finals MVP to get this done. Okay, cool.
We're gonna destroy you at home.
Bet. Y'all thought we was chanting "We the North," and let's call it for what it is.
King of the North.
Let's call it for what it is.
And
I've been calling them the gentrified state warriors ever since those Canadians took over after Game 4. Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Like I said, if I was at that game, if I was a Warrior fan and I saw that, I would have fought somebody. I would have went to jail that night. That would have been me. If I was a hardcore Warrior fan, I would have hit somebody. Yeah. Somebody was going to get them fade. I would have got arrested.
Now, y'all lucky there's a Game 6 because that's no longer the final image we have of Oracle as far as where the game goes. So you have a chance to redeem yourselves. But that shit's embarrassing. As far as I'm concerned, any team that does that, whether it's an international team or any other team and within the States, that's a declaration of war. Mm-hmm. Nah.
If I was a Warriors fan,
you gotta go.
If I was a Warriors fan, I would not feel happy about that win. I personally, for me, just me, if I was a Warrior fan, I would not feel confident in that win. I'm like, yeah, we won, but that's because of K.R.I.T, stupid ass. But it's by the skin of our teeth. But a win's a win, so.
Yeah, they live till Thursday. 48, 72 hours.
I mean, also, fucking Kawhi was cold for like 3/4 of the
game. In the third quarter, he only had 1 point.
Yeah.
1 point. Yeah.
I don't even know how much he had in the fucking fourth quarter because he just went off.
Yeah. And it was like he adapted.
Yeah.
Like he updated.
I said the whole game, I was like, yo, they got to take him to the locker room and let him update. The way he operates like a fucking robot.
Like a computer.
Or a machine.
They had to update to the Kawhi OS.
Got to restart. Kawhi OS. Makes the Microsoft sound.
And then he had that Terminator look when he started making them threes in the late. But then he started missing them, and then. See, part of me wants to be. I'm kind of happy that this happened in Kansas because they were all just so excited and they thought it was going to happen, and then it just didn't happen. Drake was going to be like, "Oh, a new record's coming!" Like they was literally preparing themselves, and I said I had a gut feeling about something. It was a gut feeling like you guys are really jumping for joy way too quick.
But see, now on the flip side, the other side's doing way too much too. Just saw somebody say, "Oh, we already know with KD we would have swept them." Not really, because I just saw y'all beat them by 1, and that was with KD.
Granted, KD went out, but it was just a half.
Granted, it was a half.
If he would have turned
even when he went out, it was 5 points. It was a 5-point game still. It wasn't like they were blowing him out.
It was still a close-ass game.
Still a close game, yeah. But them threes, man, just him on that leg and he was still sinking them threes, that was amazing to see.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking of that leg.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that video, man, that we saw at the end.
That shit popped.
On Twitter, like that
shook. That shit shook like dice.
Yeah, seriously, though.
Like...
That shit was sad to look at. It's the principle of it for me. It's like you should have never put like Steve Kerr should have stepped in and said, "No, you did enough for us. You can sit down. I don't want you playing. I would have sent him home. Like it's man, Steve Kerr. Man, this reminds me. My homegirl Murner told me this. It's like you wouldn't want to put him back in there. You saw what happened with the Redskins when they did that with fucking RG3. He was never the same. Mm-hmm. And now look at this. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, we joke around when we say that shit all the time. You hate to see it, but like
you hate to see this.
You hate to see this.
There's no laughing. I'm still mad for him.
I'm mad for him. Yeah,
I'm still mad for Kevin Durant, and I think, in all honesty, this is probably the one thing that turns his image around completely. He literally sacrificed himself for that team that said that. That goes back to the parade when the fucking owners were making jokes at his expense. Oh, we're not going to give him the contract because Steph's been here for the longest, so he deserves it.
Yeah.
You know, and then
I didn't know nothing about it till you showed it to me before we got on air and shit.
And Draymond, well, we don't need you. We won without you. Well, again, the stories the narratives write themselves. You reap what you sow.
Yup.
I say all sorts of curses in effect. The universe is gonna balance itself out by Thursday or Father's Day. Yeah. Well, I don't got a daddy, so it's just regular.
Oh, you do. He just ain't around.
He's somewhere.
Same story with me. I mean,
and high five.
Yeah.
How about you, Martine? Okay, high five.
I got my dad. I got my dad.
Oh, well, I know my dad.
I said I got my dad.
Oh, I got my. Father's Day is such a blah day. Even if I did have a dad, it's such a blah day. We go all out for Mother's Day, and Dad, we just give him ties.
I mean, I always celebrate with my grandpa.
You know my grandpa too. We went to brunch. That was fire. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
But yeah, we always went to brunch, and then after he died, I was sad he died. And I was like, damn, we ain't going to brunch no more on Father's Day. Oh well, save me money.
Damn, nigga.
No. I was sad. But then it was.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Do we need to reboot your iOS?
No.
Damn it.
Oh well, like damn, that sucks. Like damn, because I really enjoyed.
He was more upset about the brunch than he was.
No, because it was time
damn, no more brunch.
No more brunch.
Fuck. Damn, that's fucked up. Sorry, Grandpa.
Busby boy don't get no brunch.
Busby boy don't get no brunch. Sorry, Grandpa. Sorry. You look down on me a lot. This is a joke.
Well, while all this, okay, so let's stay in the NBA because while all this was going on, again, there's still some
shit.
Lakers are always in the fucking news, man.
What do they do now?
Yep. Always in the goddamn news.
What did your Lakers do now?
Well, it's not what we did. It's just
what fuckery is happening.
The Anthony Davis updates.
Y'all still want that nigga?
Everybody still wants this nigga.
I know, but
it's not about us.
At this point,
we're actually a product of this story.
Oh,
because David Griffith, the new GM, he's come out and he's officially said that he's looking at packages for Anthony Davis. Okay. Now the flip to that is Anthony Davis is only going to sign an extension with one or two teams. Okay. It's going to be the Knicks or it's going to be the Lakers.
Shit.
So as a result of that, it blocks out all the other teams because they're like, what the fuck are we going to sign him? Why are we trading assets to get this guy if he's clearly said he's not going to stay?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which means that wipes out the offer that they said they were going to get for the Celtics. So remember, the whole Celtics offer was just wait it out. We'll package everything around Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum's shown that he really wasn't that big of a deal because he disappeared a lot in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, why would Boston offer Jason Tatum if they're only going to get a rental? That leads you back to square one with the Knicks and the Lakers. And if you got to pick between the two teams, the Lakers have more to offer.
And LeBron James.
Because all the Knicks really have that's really looks feasible to do a deal around is the number 3 pick. And they don't have the players.
Literally it. Yeah.
The Lakers got the number 4 pick and they got
a prayer, and then maybe if they get KD, maybe if you get KD, you get an injured ass KD for the Knicks. It's a good thing in my eyes because when it narrows it that down, it means Lakers don't have to give up the damn farm. ESPN's cold
to get them.
ESPN's hella cold. Sorry, it says Lowry can't play hero.
Oh yeah.
Kyle Lowry misses championship winning 3-pointer at the
fucking
buzzer.
Ball into the goddamn universe. What did you say?
It'll come back down with what's it called?
Into the black hole, bro.
It'll come back shit in the fucking C-137.
That shit will come back down with Bobby Smurder's hat. That's where that ball's at.
When fucking Rick and Morty come back, that's when it comes back.
It's in the space-time continuum with fucking Captain Marvel and them and shit. He's just going off. Anyway, you were saying about your Lakers?
But yeah, so now they're in that position.
Okay.
So we'll see how that plays out. On the flip side, the Nets did a little shopping and cleaning house on Saturday, and honestly, there's nothing you can hate about what they did.
Not at all.
So they traded away guard Alan Crabb, who's going to make $20 million this year. Mm-hmm. And they traded the number 17 pick to Atlanta for Taurean Prince. And then they get a 2021 pick later on. Now, this helps the Nets out because they now have $46 million to work with, which means they have secured a max spot open. And if they want to keep D'Angelo Russell, they can keep him. If they don't want to keep D'Angelo Russell, they can renounce his rights, and that gives them another extra amount of money to now have 2 max players. Mm-hmm. Why is that significant? Because reports have now come out that Kyrie Irving is very serious about having to sit down with them.
Ooh. Yep.
Yeah, and what's been the narrative the whole time? Wherever KD or Kyrie goes, the other one goes.
Yep.
Now, KD's camp, of course, is saying we ain't thinking about shit until the series is over. If I'm KD's camp, I'm saying fuck the Warriors. We're making a goddamn decision right now. Every other fucking team but the Warriors. Kiss my ass.
Kiss my
That's
black.
just me though.
Yeah.
So the Nets did that. So again, everything's gearing up for what we see.
It's going to be a very interesting
As far as
offseason.
we know what Kawhi has bought property in Toronto. Now, again, I'm under the mind state that means very much close to nil because he also bought property in Southern California. So, can't really call it.
Yeah, Kawhi even said he hasn't even made up his mind if he was going to stay or not.
But the way this series is playing out,
you don't know what that nigga's thinking, man.
You really don't.
Yeah.
But
the way it's playing out, bro, it's looking like it's a one and done.
Yeah.
Because initially going into it, I was like, okay, maybe he signs a 1 and a 1 option and comes back. This shit's really looking like it's like, all right, I got it for y'all.
If I win
Let
or
me
not,
go.
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
No matter what.
It's really looking like that at this point. But again, with these players, you don't know until they sign on the dotted line.
You really don't.
I can see him saying,
you really don't.
I can see him announcing it at the fucking after the trophy. I'm just letting y'all know, I'm out next season. Yeah. Thank you.
Take the trophy with him.
For real.
Kawhi, we have to put it back.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just playing. Okay. All right, bye, y'all.
Nigga doesn't even show up to the parade and shit.
Oh my God, man.
He's like home watching
disappears.
He's just at home on his phone. Yeah, that parade's hella fire.
In the fucking in the weight room. Gearing up for next season.
Who you playing for? Shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
Cling, bang. Boardman.
Boardman lifts weights. Boardman don't stop.
Boardman don't stop. Okay, you know who needs to stop? DJ fucking Khaled.
Give me a hell yeah.
Before we get to Khaled, let's just finish sports.
Sports? Oh, yeah,
let's just
NFL.
Tony Parker retired with his mark ass. As a player, I respect his game. Hell of a player, 18-year career. Everything outside the court, though, like, nah, bro. For those who know, this nigga, when he was with Eva Longoria,
damn, that's who he was with.
Yeah, dude. He went behind her back and his fucking teammates back, Brent Berry, and fucked with his wife.
Damn.
It's the same motherfucker that he's one of the reasons why Kawhi is no longer in San Antonio.
Because he's the one that.
Because he went to the media and he called him out in a team meeting. Hey, we think you could still play. What's up? And that's when Kawhi shut down. What? It all pinpoints back to Tony Parker.
Yeah, you can blame the Spurs. I would blame.
Yeah, I mean, it's no mistake that when Chris Brown and Drake got into that fight at the club years ago, he was the fucking lone casualty.
The universe.
He took the fucking shattered glass to the goddamn eye.
Like that chick from fucking Brightburn.
Yeah. As much fuckery as Drake and Chris Brown were doing back in the days, you know that was Tony Parker's karma.
Yeah.
Where they walk away unscratched, but that motherfucker got to have surgery on the eye.
Chris Brown got scratched. Chris Brown did get scratched.
Fam, a scratch compared to surgery on the eye?
Yeah, true. That's kind of a huge difference.
Yeah. A little bruise on the chin.
Yeah.
Not to mention, man, I bet you he really thought that the Toronto Raptors are going to win today.
Yeah.
Why else would he choose today to
he
announce his retirement? He could have waited that shit
right before the draft next week. Draft is next week.
Never get past whole ass niggas. Never can get past them.
Yeah. Again, the basketball player, congrats, hell of a career, but everything outside of that.
As a Laker fan, just say fuck him.
No, it ain't even about a Laker fan. It's fuck him.
He's just an asshole, man.
Yeah.
Like,
he's just an asshole.
French bastard.
Oh yeah, just to let y'all know. Like Raw came out here. WWE Raw came out here, and people were asking me, "You gonna go?"
No.
Hell nah. Can we talk about that real quick?
At some point, you have to boycott this shit, man. Seriously. Like, seriously, at some point, at what point did you feel like, why am I watching this when you saw Goldberg and Undertaker come? At what point?
Did you see them entrances, though? That was fire. Them entrances were fire.
Yeah, that's a cool entrance. Did you see the rest of it?
Yes. I was at the
because I saw clips of it.
I watched this live.
What do you watch for? The entrances? Or
I saw clips to see what they were selling.
I'm
let me tell you something, Martine.
I'm going to let y'all talk.
If that was a podcast, you would have thrown your phone out the window. Damn erasing the podcast out. Damn erasing the podcast app out. You would have thrown your phone.
Just the whole shit.
Yes.
Okay.
It's embarrassing.
So, right, go ahead.
So this is where it was going. So what happened was the Sardis have Vince McMahon by his balls and told him that if you don't do these shows for us, we're gonna pop up at your house and fucking cut off your head. Because, them Saudi fucking princes don't play. So They're stuck over there for like fucking 10 years, and they want to put on these super shows, which they marketed as quote unquote better than WrestleMania. So pretty much for the next 10 years, they have to go out to Saudi Arabia
and have WrestleMania
and have a super duper WrestleMania and make all these dream matches happen for the Saudi princes. So one of those dream matches was Undertaker against Goldberg. Undertaker is 50 something.
Stop. Just stop.
Oh yeah. There's powerful niggardry at work here.
Yeah.
I said just stop.
Triple H went against Randy Orton, which was whatever. And there was a whole bunch of other shit that really doesn't matter. But they were saying it was hot as hell in that bitch. It was like 104 degrees. It was like 100 over here in San Jose. It was probably 110 over there. It was hot. So Undertaker and Goldberg, who are Undertaker is like 50 something years old. Goldberg's in his fucking 50s, and I knew this was gonna be bad. I was like, this match should not happen. It does not need to happen. Vince needs to go. So I went to go see Godzilla because it started on Friday. It started at 11 o'clock, like our time. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I got other shit to do. So I only got a haircut. I did my errands, and I was kind of periodically looking into it, and I was like, whatever, I'm not gonna watch this shit. And then I went to go see Godzilla, which was fucking fire, by the way. That movie is exactly what you expect it to be. Just monsters giving each other the fade and shit exploding. Don't worry about the humans. Fuck them.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, another thing. Side note. You remember when P Diddy did that fucking "Come With Me" song on the Godzilla soundtrack?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I went back and re-listened to that shit. Aged well. Like that shit's still epic to this day. They need to use that in trailers and shit.
Yeah, no, it's a good song.
Too bad you can't find it on Tidal or fucking Apple Music or nothing. I was mad as fuck about that. Anyway. So before the movie started, I'm like, okay, let me see this because the match is going on, and I saw the entrances. The entrances were fire. That Undertaker entrance was just like fire. Goldberg shit was fire, and that's where it stops. The bell rang, and oh my god, Goldberg was busted open because he fucking smashed his head on the fucking. What happened?
It's his Achilles. Said Bob Myers was on the podium crying, saying that's the Warriors GM. It's an Achilles injury.
They don't deserve that ring.
They took that man's
pride.
They used him for everything he got. Made jokes and clowned him and all that shit. And that's now you understand how I feel about the Warriors organization.
As a staff record,
instead of just taking the L, they have to make it worse. Take a more magnificent L.
Oh, this is gonna be. It's gonna. What you say? Delicious. This L's gonna be delicious for you.
That's not delicious.
Ain't delicious at all, man. I just want it to be over.
At this point, anyway.
Sorry for interrupting. It literally just came
broke.
On.
Yeah.
Give me a hell.
Anyway, like I was saying, the more depressing shit, that match was fucking trash. Because Undertaker, dude, Goldberg can't even do a fucking jackhammer.
Man, I saw that clip and I was just like, oh man.
Goldberg busted his head open because he like smashing his head into the fucking locker room and getting concussed himself. And then Undertaker smashed his head on the fucking turnbuckle and fucked his shit up. So, yeah. So, the match was trash. And then after the match was over, Undertaker gave Goldberg a struggling-ass chokeslam, which was like the worst chokeslam I've ever seen. And after the match was over, he just told Goldberg stay down, pinned him, and he just got up and had this look on his face. The same look you have on your face after you nutted into a female, and you're like, why did I do that? Yeah. That's exactly the look he had. He needs to tell Vince no, man. And so, at this point,
are you still gonna watch?
I ain't gonna watch when I get home. WWE is out here. I ain't gonna watch. I'm gonna probably watch what's on the network, like their documentaries, because their documentaries are fire. But I ain't gonna watch Raw. I didn't even bother to check. If I went to Raw and the shit was boring, and I come back and you guys tell me, "Oh, Game 5 was fucking a classic." Oh yeah, Kevin Durant broke his Achilles. We all saw that shit. I would have missed all that just to watch some fucking bullshit for 3 hours. Bailey was out here. She's from San Jose. Hi, Bailey. Other than that, I don't know. It's like a fucked up relationship. I don't know when I'm gonna stop. It's like how you can't stop being a Laker fan. So
that's a little different.
Yeah, but we win.
We get an off season. We get a break.
That too.
we get to regroup.
Yeah. Well, same shit. Yeah. Same feeling. That's all.
Yeah. Well, in football, Carson Wentz got to
really
regroup.
Broke his Achilles.
Well, it's an Achilles injury. We don't know.
No, that's broken.
They can say it could be strained. Torn, strained,
bro.
Until we know. Whatever.
Old boy was crying. If you say he was crying,
no, they said Bob Meyer. It said that he was emotional at the podium, but I'm reading all the other people's comments. Like, this motherfucker ain't crying. He's just up there putting on a show. Said he's huffing and puffing. So, all right. Well,
we'll see when we get.
Warriors organization for you. So I've been trying to tell you over the years.
I know. I just didn't care.
Yeah, well, all of a sudden now you care, so I don't care about you caring.
Principle.
So there's that.
Shit, here we go. It's the principle.
You ain't no new hater. Stay over with your ass over there.
I'm not a hater. I just hate to see it. Anyway, Carson Wentz.
Yeah, he's regrouped and got a new extension. Motherfucker gonna get $128 million over 4 years with $107 million guaranteed.
Give me a hell yeah!
Yeah,
that's added on to his deal still. So now over 6 years, it's what, 152 or 158 million
guaranteed?
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Well, no, just the longevity of it.
So what's the guaranteed money?
107 plus whatever he's guaranteed over this next season.
Shit. So he hit the lotto.
I mean, they all do.
I know, but when you hear, man, when I hear what these fucking baseball players are getting paid and shit like that, shit.
Oh, of course.
It's unnecessary.
The only ones with no salary cap.
Shit.
Everybody else got a salary cap.
Why?
Exactly. Well, who the fuck knows?
They make billions of dollars and whatever. I'm like, why are we speaking logically? This is the illogical sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But props off to him. Props off to him for that.
But I feel,
Le'Veon Bell lost some money.
How much?
About 500,000.
500,000 in jewelry because he left to go work out after having a threesome with 2 women and they got him for his shit. He left the women in his crib and they took the jewelry.
Hold up.
Time out.
Rewind. Now say that again.
Powerful niggardry at work, huh?
Now say that again.
I said Le'Veon Bell, after having a threesome with 2 women,
yes,
he left to go work out at the gym.
Okay.
They stayed in his place.
Okay.
And they left with $500,000 in jewelry that he did not say they could leave with.
What kind of shit is that?
I got nothing. That's what you.
Now, to me, at first you want to get mad at it, but
I'm
at the
not
same
mad.
time, I'm like, that's a boss move right there.
You got finesse.
Because you know the shit was insured, so he.
And
at the end of the day, what's the most important thing that we read? I didn't read the most important thing that was 500,000 in jewelry. It was 2 women after having a threesome got him for his stuff.
You hate to see it. What would Kawhi Leonard have in his house? Not no jewelry, but what would he have? Whole bunch of apples. Apple tree.
And weights.
Yeah.
Apple tree and weights.
Tekken, I'd imagine.
He look like he plays basketball. He look like he plays video games.
He probably got one of them box, remember the box widescreens? It came with the tube. He probably even got HD.
Oh, yeah.
He probably,
You think he plays online with the headphones and shit?
Hell nah. He don't even like talking.
You know, I do that too. I don't say shit.
Possibly. He probably just put the headphones on just so all these motherfuckers think he's talking so they leave him alone.
Is this Kawhi Leonard? Is this really you?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I know the silence.
Boardman.
Yeah.
Boardman. Boardman gets paid.
every one shot if he's playing Call of Duty. Boardman. Boardman.
We leave the NFL to go to baseball on a more somber note. David Ortiz.
Oh man.
Yeah.
David Ortiz yesterday, so we're recording this on Monday, so yesterday on Sunday, was enjoying dinner and was the victim of gun violence.
Yeah.
And I've seen the footage. I wasn't trying to see the footage, but
I saw it too.
They released it.
You know how Twitter is.
I didn't see it.
Motherfucker walked up behind him as he's eating and he shot him.
Whoa.
But he's going to make a full recovery.
Yeah.
So round of applause.
But that's after they took the gallbladder, as part of his small intestine, and some other shit.
Oh,
like he got hit. It went through his back and came out his stomach.
Ooh.
Damn.
So it was a clean. It left clean and
straight.
And that's,
hole, pretty much.
Now this happened in his homeland of the Dominican Republic.
So them Dominican Republic motherfuckers, as soon as they got that shooter, they gave him the
they whooped hit.
They gave him the shield. They gave him the shield power bomb.
Ass.
Give me a hell
I wouldn't doubt
yeah.
it. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Because where he was eating, they wasn't in a restaurant. They were all out in the open.
It was like a bar.
Yeah.
Open bar.
Oh, okay.
As soon as they rushed him and they whooped his ass.
And waited for the cops to show up while whooping his ass.
David Ortiz is like a god over there.
Exactly.
You know
That's like trying to kill Nipsey over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and he got his ass. But now, this is what story gets kind of whoa, is that apparently the reason why he got shot, because people thinking it looks like a hit, apparently, allegedly, old boy shot him because he worked for a drug kingpin, a drug lord out there. And apparently, David Ortiz was fucking the drug kingpin's wife.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I need to hear more from that story
Give
before
me
I
a
jump on
hell
that.
yeah.
That could be somebody, trying to break a story and has no idea what the hell's going on.
And then they said, and then there was reports coming out that David Ortiz's side chicks were fighting in the hospital.
Yeah, that's something where I'd have to hear more reports on.
Yeah, that's what I read. I read it. Yeah. I'm not saying it's facts.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying until all the details come out.
Right, but they said he's gonna make he's gonna make a full recovery.
That shit's absurd, bro.
It's absurd, but it would make sense too because it was a hit. If you're gonna shoot somebody like that, you're thinking robbery.
Yeah, no, I'm not putting it out of the realm of reality. You know what I'm saying? It's just
it's plausible enough to make sense. Yeah, it's like I would need to hear more for it to make the right amount of sense.
Boy, that's funny. Ah, shit.
So he got that. But then on a sadder note with music, Bushwick Bill.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
Bushwick Bill, the Ghetto Boys. Was it
cancer?
Pancreatic cancer?
Yeah, pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, died from complications from that age of 52.
Damn, 52.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, man. Cancer's
I read that and that. I don't want to say it took me out of my day, but I've definitely had my fair share of Ghetto Boys albums and absorbed that. So that one that hit a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With music, DJ Khaled.
Give me a
is a bitch.
Well, damn.
Well, okay, that's too much. He's doing hoe ass nigga shit. Hoe ass, yeah, that's you. So, we all remember how Nicki Minaj was looking all crazy when she got mad that she didn't get the #1 spot and called Travis Scott a hoe ass nigga. Well, DJ Khaled felt a way that Tyler the Creator went #1, Igor went #1 over Father Facade. So much so that reports come out from Page 6 that old boy showed up at the Epic Records headquarters and basically threw a fit and wondered why his album didn't go #1.
Because more people bought and streamed Igor than yours. Like
seriously,
he didn't understand.
It's really that simple.
He didn't understand why. Because I guess he lives in his own bubble or whatever, and he was just throwing a fit, apparently.
The nigga lives in a Snapchat? Like, he's that oblivious to the outside world?
And then it gets even worse, and then footage comes out of, I guess, an IG story he posted, or a Snapchat story, something he posted, where he was saying that when you go everywhere, and when music is everywhere, you go to the barbershop, you hear it, you go outside your car, you hear it, you go outside, you hear it, go to the club, you hear it, real music, great music, not no mysterious shit. And I was like, hold up, what? And then he deleted it because he knew he came off like a fucking hater and shit like that. It was literally a subliminal to fucking Tyler the Creator.
Oh yeah,
but you know what's funny about that? Tyler the Creator liked it.
He liked it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, he's petty like that though, bro.
It's not even that he's petty. Yeah. I'm sure Tyler looked at that and he's like, oh shit, he's talking about me.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that because DJ Khaled prides himself as being an overly positive person. He wants to see everybody win. So then the story gets even more funnier today, with this Monday as we're recording. Reports came out that he's going to sue, he's going to do a lawsuit to Billboard about the bundle packages and shit like that. Because he really feels...
What?
Yeah, about the bundle packages. He feels
I thought it was just over the fact that... Like I was telling you how I felt like Igor was more of like a... I don't know, different genre. It wasn't hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said it has nothing to do with Tyler. He feels he deserved the #1 packages because he had a bundle package with Monster Drinks, and he felt it was like over 100,000 or some shit, and he felt that 100,000 should have added to his points or whatever, and he should have had #1 over Igor.
All these motherfuckers trying to get over with the cheat codes.
They're trying to do the Prince cheat code, and that shit's not working. Like, dude, and I just went like, dude, that's some old hoe ass nigga shit. You really became they, DJ Khaled. You became they.
All this taught me several things. One is true. You could spend years building your brand, and in a matter of seconds, you can destroy that very brand. Yep. This man spent, 3 or 4 years building up this whole, that's a key, positivity, he spent all that time.
He wants to see everybody win, but then when someone he doesn't, I guess, respect or work with win over him, or he doesn't know, he's gonna feel it. That shit goes out the window. Yeah. He's gonna feel the type of way.
And to add on that, it taught me something else. They always want you to win as long as you're not winning over them.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, I appreciate
the album.
I appreciate Khaled being human because he did come across like a fucking robot all these years.
I always thought it was fake.
Where it was
I never liked how he was acting.
It was just manufactured just because.
I was gonna say I don't know about robot, but disingenuous, definitely.
Well,
Yeah,
after a while, when it becomes manufactured, it comes off like a robot.
Yeah.
It just depends on what. Like Kawhi sounds like a robot, but I don't think it's disingenuous. I think he was legit built in a fucking lab.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
dun 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 dun.
Khaled legit sounds like a robot that keeps being manufactured.
I always felt he was disingenuous. Like he comes off as a character, like because I watch a lot of wrestling and he comes off like his gimmick. His gimmick is just to be over.
I can see that, and it came hip hop especially is wrestling.
Yeah,
think about it, it's nothing but promos.
Right. Yeah.
No, but on one hand I appreciate him being human in that element. On the flip side, I'm not buying into the brand anymore. Like
that made me not even want to listen to the album again. It was like, dude, that's some whole ass shit. You're mad because in his mind, I'm trying to put myself in his little narcissistic mind. He feels since he went above and beyond, he spent millions of dollars on all these expensive ass videos. He went out to the Caribbean or went out to Mexico to fucking record this album, get people and shit like that. What's it called? He did all this shit. Got Jay-Z and Beyonce on there. He got the last Nipsey Hussle vocals. He got all this shit on there, and he got the whole title shit.
I was just gonna say that shit.
Don't
forget the documentary.
The fucking
Crown
interview,
which was the same shit.
Right?
They did something for Spotify, which was the same shit.
It was a big production. He wanted it to feel big and look big. He wanted to be a king, and he felt that was. And people were telling him, "This is your best album." Diddy telling him, "This is the best album you ever made," and you expected to look at those projections and you think, "I'm gonna have the #1 album."
No,
Tyler did.
Well, it's not even that. For me, he blocked his own blessing off of greed.
Yeah.
This is still his highest charting album.
And how come? I want to say how is that a problem now? He's never had the #1 album ever. You know, it's like, dude, how is this a problem now that all those other artists you respected them more and you understood? Like, if they're a pop artist, you know, oh shit, they're bigger than me. I understand that, but he personally feels Tyler the Creator is not. He doesn't have a bigger name than him. He feels since everyone on Twitter and social media don't talk about him like that, he don't see him in these streets and he doesn't play him on the radio, then he feels he has the bigger name. No, Tyler the Creator was on fucking.
No, that's what happens when you have a cult following. You're allowed to go take a break and do other shit.
They will be back. Will be back. Why do you think Logic still sells?
Yeah.
Why do you think M still sells?
Why do you think TDE as a brand and Dreamville in the last few years has risen up to be as an equal competitor with TDE? Why do you think they have those fan bases? They built the brand and to the point where it's like, oh, they're taking a break. Oh, whatever, cool. We'll see them when they come back.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't oversaturate yourself.
And Khaled oversaturated himself.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, he felt that Nipsey record was going to push him to #1.
I think so.
Yeah.
I really felt that way. And that's why I kind of looked at it sideways. I was like, it was just, it made me just look at him like, really, bro? I don't like that Nipsey record, but it was just like, was that really genuine? Like, it just makes me question everything.
Fortunately for him, it still comes across genuine because they did the record a month before it all happened. And granted, the video was 3 days before, but it wasn't like everybody could tell, oh, Nipsey's going to die soon. You know what I'm saying? It would have been different if Nipsey had cancer.
Obviously.
Or something terminally ill. Oh, let me work with you before, you know, and they got that. To me, that's kind of what saves him in this. That's his saving grace for this, which was, you know, they did have those interactions prior to that. And it was one of those different type of Nipsey sounding songs where it's like, wow, this shit actually sounds very different. Let's push it out that way. And so that is what saves him. On the flip side, you want to beef with an executive, go fight with Assad, nigga.
Fight with
he don't do his job.
Fight with
He's a horrible executive.
He's executive producer, right?
Yeah, whoop his ass.
Don't go on to Epic.
Yeah,
what
be mad at somebody.
Like, did you really rely on Jay-Z and Beyonce's fan base? Did you rely on Justin Bieber's fan base? Who else was a big name on Nipsey's fan base? Big Sean doesn't have a big fan.
Cardi,
you thought all those
21 Savage.
You should have had Drake and Rihanna. Maybe would have helped you. Maybe. Hate to see it, but
imagine the Chris Brown Drake record being the one that was on that shit.
You man,
I wouldn't have to worry about #1.
Shit.
Can we appreciate?
Let's talk about that record real quick.
Let's go into some music.
So Drake. So everyone knew this record was out there, and you know we didn't really hear it. We heard snippets, but I didn't care about it. So then it leaked And I was at work. Jace hit me up, yo, they got the song in the summer. I was like, what do you mean? Sent me the link because it leaked. And I was like, send me this shit. And I was listening to it on my break, and I was like, oh, this is it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Martine, what did you think? You hated it. Anyway. So
I didn't hate it. The beat is fire as fuck.
Like I said, you hated it. Because of why? No. Why did you hate it, Martine?
Because of Drake.
Yeah.
No matter what Drake does, Drake could cure cancer, and you will hate that man with every ounce of your soul.
There's got to be a reason why he did that shit.
God damn. And y'all call me the Drake hater, man.
Nope. That's me.
This man.
That's
Drake
me.
Drake hater. Yeah, that's him.
Well, it's funny because I only played the first 90 seconds. So I played up until when Chris had pretty much finished his first part.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even want to hear it. I want to hear it now throughout the context. Like, I knew this was going to be Summer of the Song just off the 90 seconds. So I was like, I'm good. I just want to hear it later. Then when he's like, fuck it, it's already out. We're going to release it.
He released it right out the gate after the Raptors won. That's when it got released.
No, that was Friday night. So it got released the day, Thursday going into Friday. So it was already out.
No. It leaked on Thursday, and they officially released it on Friday. Or Saturday, whatever the case. They got
no, but that's what I'm saying. They didn't play until Friday night. It's still, they released it Friday morning.
Yeah, whatever the case.
So, but what I was saying was that I wanted to hear it in the comments. And they released it, so I'm like, oh, it's already out. Let me listen to it. Then when I heard the rest of the song, I was like, oh, shit. Chris turned around and threw the ball up in the air and said, catch it, Aubrey.
And Aubrey had the whole second verse. It was like the last minute.
Damn.
He just became vintage Aubrey.
That nigga grabbed that shit, put it between his legs, did a backflip in the air.
It went full simp.
Dunked that shit.
It went full simp.
Nah, that shit hit.
Yeah.
That shit, that song hit.
As soon as I knew, I was like, oh, females gonna love this.
Yeah.
That was an alley-oop for Chris Brown.
I knew what the capabilities of it were when guys who don't like either or were like, oh, that's that shit. Mm-hmm. That's that shit.
It's a great record.
I gotta give it up for that. That's that shit.
It's a great record. Too bad it's gonna be a
Too bad for you. You already said I like the beat, so you already see. You're one of the niggas.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the beat.
Yeah.
The beat is
I didn't
hard.
like the cover art. The cover art was too much.
Oh, it was actually produced by Vinyls.
I thought Boy Wonder did it.
Nah, it's Vinyls.
Oh, Vinyls.
Jay Lewis.
Well, Vinyls did it.
And 40.
If Vinyls did it, Boy Wonder's involved.
And 40 was on it. So no wonder why the second half sounded like it was underwater, because 40 just turned everything down.
If Vinyls did it, then there's a chance Boy Wonder is on it from
he is. Yeah, he's on there.
Yeah. Because Boy Wonder and Vinyls are like this.
Yeah.
If you go, honestly, if you look at all their credits,
they're all together.
It's not to say that they're all together, but you'll be hard pressed to find them apart versus them together.
True. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that record, and then Chris Brown's gonna release, what's the album called?
Indigo,
and it's gonna be over 30 fucking records.
No, it's gonna be 30. It's 12 tracks on the first
I said 30.
half, and no, you said over.
Oh, whatever.
12 tracks on the first
there's
one,
a bonus
18
track
on the second.
And there's a bonus track.
Well, see, I don't count all that deluxe. all that I'm dropping 45 songs on the album. Oh, and here's 12 more for Christmas. Nah,
he said it's 3 more.
Nah, I'm not doing that. It's 30.
It's like
30.
See, Chris Brown's albums are like the fucking Five Guys burgers, man. They're just buried in fries and shit. Yeah. So that when you gotta get to the burger, which is this record, you gotta dig through this shit.
Yeah.
By the time you get there, you'll be full as fuck.
I did go back and re-listen to Heartbreak on a full moon.
All the way?
Yeah.
Damn, how long did that take you?
Well, I broke it up again into 15s, so I broke it up into 3 separate listens, and I gotta tell you, man, that shit still hits.
Oh yeah, it does. It does.
If it just wasn't so many songs,
it was just unnecessary.
But that shit just he makes such great music.
I got some bad news. I just looked up the track list. There's 37.
That's
so granted, 7 extra, but it's still there.
No, that's the deluxe. I'm not worried about the deluxe.
But
okay, I'm only doing
regular
the standard.
one is 34.
I'll stop it at 30. That's all I need. I'm good.
When's this album drop? Like in 2 weeks? June 28th.
June
28th. Yeah, June 28th. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested though. I don't know when I'm gonna get Fatigued, because I know a lot of, because he has who else? He has Jonah Lucas on there. He has Tory Lanez. He has hella other people on that shit. Speaking of Jonah Lucas and Tory Lanez, they're going on tour together.
Give me a hell yeah!
I guess that Nicki tour ain't happening no more.
Bro, he's got Juvenile and Juicy J.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna sound.
On one track. Yeah, I want to hear that
on one track.
This kind of reminds me of like Games albums. That's how Games used to have like well-known fucking features and shit, like good features.
Chris is dropping at the right time.
Yes. He really is.
It's summer. Khaled's already exposed what he's done. His time's come and gone.
Chris Brown
trying to
is Chris
overextend
Brown.
it. It's
Chris Brown is Chris Brown.
Yeah.
and all the records he has dropped have been fire. I admit that. They have been fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't be a fucking don't do no whole ass shit. Just be Chris Brown.
He said hobo.
Bored man.
In terms of other music though, it's man Future, man.
Yeah.
Future Hendrix,
Bro.
man.
Save Me. That's what the EP is. It's an EP. After a few months after Wizard, Future dropped Save Me.
I gotta admit, man, after the past few, I liked Wizard. It was cool
back
for me.
to it?
Yeah,
It was alright.
I listened to it not right after. I listened to it over the weekend. It was still cool. I felt like there were like 2 or 3 records where had he somehow to find that way into the Wizard mix and take out about 5 or 6 from Wizard to make room for those.
Wow, I did not see this. They
changed Wizard all the way
labeled
around.
Save Me as R&B and soul.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So that's what when Future announced that he was gonna be dropping something soon, I was like, okay, we're gonna get some massagic raps and whatnot. And then when I heard Xanax Damage, I was like, whoa, he's crooning. All right, hold up.
Yep.
So I wasn't feeling it on first listen because I was like, all right,
I kinda like that
hold
record.
up. Like,
You're like, wait,
let me go.
what I was expecting. Fuck.
Let me go through it. Let's see. But Shotgun stood out immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Now I don't know if it's true that he sampled Sierra's Promise.
They said it was, and if it's on
I'm gonna
Twitter,
have to check the
that's
credits
true.
on that.
They said they sampled Prince. I think Sierra sampled Prince for Promise.
I wouldn't deny it based on the drums.
Yeah.
Because drums are, if I'm not mistaken, it was either Los the Maestro or McKinney that produced that track. And of course, he's familiar with The Dream and Weekend. But nonetheless, so I'm like, okay, government officials, all right, whatever. Then I rewound it back. And as I rewound it back, I let the sunroof fly off. So I had nice little view above my cars when doing my deliveries. And Xanax Damage just hit different when I did that. Granted, it was only like a minute and a half, but it hit so much different. I was like, okay, I appreciate this now.
Right.
St. Lucia, when this nigga was
Oh, that's the one.
the massage,
That's the one.
the grimy ass turned it into dirty raps into ballads now. I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that. Because the shit he was talking in that record, talking about I cheated and she still made me breakfast or some shit like
What
that.
record was this?
St. Lucia.
Yeah, that was a good record.
She caught me cheating. She still was feeding me with grapes. Nigga, how'd you turn that into a ballad? Sounds so good.
Shit, for
Damn you.
real.
Damn you, Nevadius.
Oh shit! I forgot that was his fucking name.
Yeah. But then overall, and then how he ended with Extra and Love Thy Enemies.
Yeah,
it was a nice ending. Like it was a different experience realizing, okay, the top's down, Stars is out.
Right.
Because I did play it in the house during the day and it didn't hit the same. So I will say it's one of those ones where it's
You got to be in the mood for it.
you gotta fight with your girl.
Whoa.
You gotta get into a fight with your
So
girl.
did you start a fight with Larissa?
No, I was joking with her. I joked. I was like, "Yo, I may have to piss you off one night just always because this future it hits different. I may have to get my emotional bag and I may have to piss you off for a night just so that way you leave me alone so I can really sing these lyrics and they hit in a way. Like that's just the best way. You gotta argue with your girl to appreciate this music.
God damn,
You're doing the most right now.
I guess.
It's you know how they do method acting? It's
Yeah.
method listening.
Method listening. I have never heard that.
Method listening. You gotta dive in, nigga.
Oh my god.
You gotta dive into that music.
God damn. Well, for me, it was typical Future for me. I honestly just didn't care. It had certain tracks, Xanax Damage and Shotgun. Government Official was cool. But it was just blah to me. I really tried to I tried, and it was just like this.
That's cool.
Okay.
Like, nah, real shit. Like, that's cool. Like, I mean, his shit is not for everyone.
Yeah.
It took me forever to just get into any of this
same
shit.
here. DS2 was the one
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
DS2
exactly.
was the one that
Well, DS2 to me was like,
well, no, actually, it was Believe that got me, and then it was DS2 that was like, okay, he's here to stay.
yeah, DS2 to me was like all right, that one's different than all the other shit.
It was his mixtape
You know what I'm saying?
shit.
But really, it was the 3 mixtape run.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was Monster, Beast Mode, and 56 Nights. that then dove into Dirty Sprite 2.
I do like the sound.
Then dove into fucking Purple, or what was it? Purple Rain into Evo. I feel like those.
Sorry, Karina.
I'm sorry, Karina, but Evo. Look, man, I pressed play on Future's Evo the other day too.
That shit was smacking.
God damn, that holds up too.
Yeah.
I might have to reevaluate my
top
end of the decade list and be like, oh, nah, I gotta find somewhere for Evo, man, because that shit it knocks so different.
Yeah, but with this shit, I don't know. I'm really starting to like the way he sings, and that's never been like my.
If he keeps this up, and if What a Time to Be Alive 2 is coming out, and he keeps this sound with Arbery,
it could work.
It could work. Yeah.
Can you imagine this nigga underwater with 40?
Pause.
Can you imagine this nigga underwater? 40 on this nigga's vocals
underwater?
Nigga gonna sound like he's drowning in a fucking bottle of codeine.
I just had this whole image of 40 just drowning Future. Just die!
Drink the codeine, nigga!
Look at this Pusher. You die, Pusher!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Future. Shut up!
You are who I say you are.
You are who shit.
Who's ticking now, motherfucker?
Well, what are you talking about?
I'm Future. Confuses them for the braids and shit.
Oh, fuck.
It's got dark. It's got really dark. But yeah, Future, he is what it is. So if you like it, you love it. But who really surprised me? I don't even say this was surprising, but Tyga,
bro, after the run he's been on,
was
this really wasn't that much of a surprise.
Yeah,
but it
this shit was not a surprise.
It was still one of those. Okay, I see you niggas.
Like, we talking about summer album.
All right.
Since we're all preparing for Chris Brown and shit, preparing for that summer album, Tyga got a whole playlist of great summer records. And you know how I am about, pressing music on shuffle and shit. You can literally put this shit on shuffle and it wouldn't make a difference. All this whole shit slaps. And you know what though?
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Considering how close Chris and Tyga are.
Yeah.
Tyga would start the month off, Chris ends it.
Yeah.
That actually makes a lot of sense now that I didn't think about that until now.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Oh yeah.
Damn, I wish Tyga was on that tour.
Damn.
I wish Tyga was on that tour.
Bro, that shit would be fucking lit.
Yeah, Tyga got slaps too.
Yes,
for years.
Yeah,
we all talk about Drake and his slappers. Tyga got slappers for years.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I mean, with Jay though, integrating J Balvin on these records is nice.
Yeah, he's finding his.
Motherfuckers gonna have to order Rosetta Stone at this point.
I don't know what the fuck he was saying, but that shit hot.
Yeah, but I know if you single, it's like I don't know what he's saying, but I know that motherfucker gonna give me some ass, so we're gonna turn this all the way up
for real.
Yeah, that joint. Again, I like Wayne in spurts.
On me? Oh yeah.
I like Wayne in spurts.
That was vintage Wayne.
This verse?
Yeah.
Whoo.
Yeah.
That shit was fire, dog. Mm-hmm. Seriously.
And two chicks, I call them one and only.
One ratchet, one bougie. Call them R&B.
Yeah.
February Love with Chris Brown. That was fire.
Yeah.
That was fire. Goddamn was cool. Of course he has taste. I thought he would put all the other records. You know what record he didn't put on there? The one with the one with Nicki Minaj.
Well, that was a remix.
Yeah.
That was a remix. I know, but still, that didn't even make the album. So it was like, wow. And then
Goddamn with A Boogie was one of the final singles that made it on.
But the single didn't have A Boogie on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like realistically, the only single
was Taste.
And
what I appreciate from Tyga on this is he didn't make this album based around Taste. Taste is the second to last track.
Yeah.
So he
already went gold too.
Yeah.
When the album dropped.
So when you get to it, it's like, oh shit, he put Taste on here for sure.
Yeah.
I like that because he could have easily put Taste as number 2, and then it's like, okay, I've been here, but just let it rock. No, he made a bumping ass album that's like, okay, I could add that on here because of course that's the most heralded single I've dropped in the last year or two. Easily. So let's just throw it on there.
Yeah.
I fuck with it. You know,
it's a good
especially for him being independent.
Yeah,
because this is Last King's Empire.
Oh shit!
Shout out!
I didn't realize that.
I saw
Gazi over there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Gazi over there, like we gonna make some work. He got some acts on Empire that's like, damn.
And
we gonna get this work.
Only thing I really didn't. I stashed with Blueface was cool until Blueface started rapping.
I'm gonna tell you what happened when that came out.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, I know.
I was driving.
Here you go.
On a delivery from Jamba Juice.
Uh-huh.
And shout out to Jamba Juice because the tablet was all screwed up, so it gave me enough time to order one for myself.
Hey.
As I'm driving, I'm stopped at a red light. I'm bumping to it. Blueface comes on. I can't help but laugh the rest of the way.
I
just laughed the whole rest of the way.
Purposely offbeat. It's a talent.
I forgot this nigga was on Cash Money. Like, oh yeah,
Cash Money West Side.
That's the affiliation.
Yep.
Did it for the West Side Cash Money. Okay. All right, finish up, Blueface. Hurry up. Hurry up before I get on the freeway.
Did you fast forward it?
No, I let it go, but he was done by the time I got on the ramp. So it was cool. That was alright.
But all around, that was a great album. That surprised me.
Yeah.
That really surprised me.
Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't have surprised me, but still.
I mean, it shouldn't, but at the same token, it's like you don't know what he's gonna come with. You know what I mean?
True.
So the fact that he actually like stuck to what he does best, it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another one, T Grizzley came out. I'm not really a T Grizzley fan like that, but I was like, I'm gonna listen to it. And the first 4-5 songs on this, that was gangsta shit.
Yep.
Like the way he was rapping, and it was like almost. It wasn't even like a rap. It was almost he was like having a conversation, matter of factly with you. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
You know what it is? It was a street rendition of what we're used to Drake doing in the early parts of his career.
Yeah.
Where Drake's music was kind of like conversational pieces.
Hov was like that too.
Yeah, but Drake kind of made his name off of just. The bars were like, they were so relatable, like it was like they would come off across like a conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
T Grizzley kind of did that for the streets. Because I gotta tell you, when the first verse for Had To, I picture that nigga as Bishop.
Yeah.
I saw the whole vision like Bishop. Like,
he painted a story.
Shit,
it was like a story.
Yeah.
I was going like, damn, this is pretty graphic.
Yeah, and when I say Bishop, I'm talking about Bishop from Juice, the Tupac's character.
Stupid people.
It might be like Bishop, who gotta explain it.
I know, but
but
still.
no, he broke that shit down like he was Bishop. I was like, oh shit.
Scriptures was crazy too.
Yeah,
but then it got to the point. I think probably by the halfway mark, maybe it kind of just started like albums kind of. I was saying this on Twitter. Don't you hate certain albums that kind of has a great first half and then it just wears out its welcome? That's kind of what this album. It wasn't bad. It just wore out its welcome.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of his stuff it gets overdone. You know what I mean? Like he just says the same a lot of the same shit. Over and over.
Yeah.
You know,
he's a great rapper though.
He really is.
There's a lot of growth on here.
Yeah.
And I was very surprised. And shout out to my boy Josh, because he's the one that hit me up like, yo, you listen to the new T Grizzley? I was like, nah. And he goes, yo, Timbaland produced it.
Yeah, the whole album.
Like, wait, what? Mm-hmm. And I was like, and so when I was looking at the articles, it was like Timbaland executive produced it. So I was like, oh, okay, he executive. Then I went to T Grizzley's IG and saw the track list. No, Timbaland did everything except for like 3 or 4 tracks.
Yeah.
So these beats did not sound like what I was used to from Timbaland. So the fact that Timbo adapted to T Grizzley to give him that kind of sound. And overall, T Grizzley sounding like he had matured from the last project. Because I gotta tell you, the last project, I was like, okay, cool, he's got something there, but I don't know what it is long term, and it may not be for me. This one, even though it was one of those ones where you got to the second half, and it's like, damn, it kind of wore off. The fact that it even got there for me as a listener, that's a lot of growth for T Grizzley. Yeah, because now it's like one of those situations where, okay, what you got for your third album? You got my attention now. I want to see. Mm-hmm. So whenever he drops,
this was his third.
Well, I'm sorry.
Or actually, no, I take it back. This is his fourth, actually.
So whenever he drops the
next album.
Yeah, so, I get you.
So for the ASAP Ferg fans, whenever he drops his forthcoming album next time. He has my attention, and I'm ready for that to drop.
Right. It was great. It was good.
Yeah.
I low-key, for the most part, I enjoyed for what I heard.
Yeah.
So, that's cool. What other albums?
K.R.I.T dropped a single.
Oh yeah, I am purposely staying away.
Yeah, same here.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. This one, first listen, it didn't necessarily. I was like, okay, maybe he's just putting it out there. Then I saw the video. Mm-hmm. I was already ready for K.R.I.T season to start.
I was gonna say, come on, bro.
You always
you always ready for that shit.
The video now is like, all right, bet. Have you seen the video? Well, you haven't heard the song.
That's purposely
The video is him on this, I guess for lack of better words, this plantation. And it's all these white men bidding for rappers. At an auction. Like they're slaves.
That's what it is, basically.
And K.R.I.T as himself, as he's being, as whoever the host is explaining his resume, he's saying just released, independent, and somebody's like, $50. Just to show how when you try to do it yourself, they don't see the value in it because you're going to demand more of your craft.
Yeah.
Versus all the other ones who are putting out these little, Here Today Gone Tomorrow raps. They're out trying to outbid each other, trying to get as much money. So, the video,
it's called K.R.I.T.
Bring On July.
The album's gonna be called K.R.I.T. Is Here, right?
Yeah, so it's of course 10-year anniversary for K.R.I.T. Was Here, or however long it's been. I think 7 years actually,
something like that.
And now this one is K.R.I.T. Is Here, which drops mid-July.
But you excited?
Oh, especially when I saw the date. He comes out San Francisco, October 5th. Chris Brown is October 12th or something like that in Oakland. What? Oh, I'm putting my money aside.
Shit.
Yeah, those are both on a Tuesday too. Back-to-back trips. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. You'll see me on Bart. I'll be there.
Wearing a Raptors jersey, looking at Warrior fans?
No, never that.
Well, Martin's wearing a fucking Raptor hat right now.
Yeah.
For petty reasons.
That's
what I'm saying.
Legit.
For petty reasons. Gotta be petty. Gotta keep the petty going.
And plus, they match my shoes. I'm a sneakerhead.
I don't know if you heard remember I introduced the Bonfire, her joint, the one that Berg produced?
Yeah.
She dropped the remix with Ross.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Ross. Enough playing. Enough playing.
I don't
Ross.
think it's him though. As Joe Budden podcast pointed out, he's on Epic.
Man, Joe.
They play a different game over at Epic. We clearly saw with Khaled.
Yeah. Well.
Oh shit.
Khaled's just Khaled.
We're seeing they're occupied with that. They might punish Ross for being cool with Khaled on that. But nonetheless, if I would imagine Ross to drop, I would want Ross to drop Labor Day weekend. You get that final summer, just that way technically he's a part of it. But you just let him spend all fall.
He should drop in July.
See, you would think that, but it's just
Port of Miami.
Something about Ross's music.
Yeah.
I just want to be in a hoodie.
Yeah, because it was hot as hell today.
Time out. When are you not in a hoodie?
Today, because it was hot as hell.
It's right there.
Well, shit.
Yeah, because it's going to be cold by the time we leave. We waited
until
after the game day.
It's about to be fucking 80 degrees when we get out this bitch.
That's colder than what it was earlier.
Oh, God.
It was 100 degrees earlier.
Yeah.
I'm off you right.
It's 73 right now with unhealthy air quality.
I wear my hoodie in 73.
It says unhealthy air quality.
Unlike y'all motherfuckers.
What the fuck?
Yeah, see? Unlike y'all motherfuckers, when I've been delivering all this past week, it's been hot as shit all during the day, but as soon as it hits about 7 o'clock at night, you walk outside and the damn trees are swaying back and forth.
Yep. Going like
I thought we was in a damn earthquake when I was at home the other night.
We're doing the swag
whole
surf.
damn tree was swinging around my damn place.
Doing the swag surf?
Goddamn.
Yeah. It was literally one of those ones, the wind.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It sounds like the wind comes through the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
Damn.
What the fuck is going on outside?
That's crazy.
Doing the fucking get low.
Yeah, no, don't disrespect my hoodie game, man. Don't do that.
We talk about these crazy ass stands now.
Let's.
Wait. Time out. Before we go any further, want to give a shout out to Roddy Ricch for his single Out the Mud and Kembe X. If you ain't listening to this shit, raise the
that
fool.
Kembe X.
Oh yeah,
Bro.
that's straight rippity rap.
Seriously, Kembe X, J Rock, Absol, and Zachariah. That shit is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and JC also were constructing our albums of the decade list. And
yeah, it's just something about the
man.
There's been some good releases this year. Don't get me wrong. But nothing this year has hit me the way music from the past years of this decade have hit me.
9 years.
So I was at a point where I was like, you know what? Instead of waiting to see what comes out this year,
just construct it now.
Now, even though we may feel different as far as Igor, I will say that Igor probably has the opportunity on my list. Yeah. Not even on the group list. But on my personal list too. Igor could definitely creep up. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to put my list together now, so that way I could see, okay, what this year, besides Igor possibly, is going to break into that mold.
The shit that me and JC made, we like, damn. Even Martine's like, God damn, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
Wait, because our personal ones are 100.
I didn't think I was going to get to 100, but I ended up getting to 100 when you pointed out a few albums, and I was like, oh yeah, 100.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't know if
you're only off by 2 anyway.
I know.
We don't know if we're going to keep that for the actual podcast list.
Yeah.
We're still debating that, but
that kind of leads to a question I want to ask, because one person did not make our top 10, and his name's Aubrey Graham.
Yeah, neither one of ours, yeah.
Neither one, and I know it's not going to be on yours, Martine.
Fuck no.
I know. We know. But I asked this question on Twitter.
Might be like in the 30s or some shit. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It'd be nice. You put him in the 30s. That's nice of you.
30, maybe 35. You know what I'm saying?
So then I asked that question. I asked the question on Twitter. I put it down to a vote. because I was just curious. I was like, does Drake have a top 10 album of this decade? Of any decade? Any of his albums are like top 10? And I think Drake Stands kind of pushed it to 51% over like 400, 500 votes. But it was at 48%.
Good job, Aubrey's Angels. Did your jobs.
Did your job.
Came out flocks.
48%
for that bullshit.
11th hour.
Fuck.
Yeah. But
they think we hate him.
I do.
I don't hate him.
I get irritated by it, but they call me the Drake hater.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
You should be on Twitter a lot, just dissing them a lot. You should be on Twitter.
But I'm not even on. Well,
I know you're not.
Speaking of social media and not being on it, I literally wasn't on it this entire weekend.
I saw.
I was just like,
you ain't missed much.
You ain't missed much.
Nah, I know.
Except a lot of Warriors
I just
slander.
had to step away.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get
it's good for the soul.
Yep.
But still, you should have been on there because when they call me the Drake hater, I point directly to you.
That's cool. I mean, it is what it is.
But okay, so let's have two intellectuals talk.
Intellectuals.
Well, yeah, as I've said before.
Join them, man.
As I've said before, Drake has two very well put together albums. Which initially, from when we first started this podcast years ago, I always said, Take Care. Mm-hmm. However, as time has shifted, I have now put Take Care behind Nothing Was the Same. And Nothing Was the Same, to me, has stood the test of time as his best work.
To me, if you're reading this, it's too late. That's kind of stood the test of time.
I've actually surprisingly have come around.
What?
I
don't know what to push. I don't know what to push. Damn.
I've actually come around to that.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
You've hated that album since its birth. Since it came out.
You know what it was? Mm-hmm. It was after we had the conversation about Ross. Mm-hmm. And how you said how initially when you were thinking of Ross, it was, you ain't living your raps, but y'all like this? And once you were like, you know what? The music is good, so who gives a fuck? It's good music. Mm-hmm. When I went back and re-listened to it, it's still kind of rubs off you the wrong way because it's like
asterisk. It's an asterisk.
That's not you. But at the same time, it's like, but he's playing a character. This whole Drake artist is a character for Aubrey Graham.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so this is the next phase for him. And once I listened to it from that perspective, I was like, all right, C plus B minus album.
And if you really think about it, because I really thought about that album, it's like it has a big asterisk because that's when the whole concept of the Quentin Miller shit's there. But if you take that out, I'm like, it's aging pretty good.
I wouldn't even say it as an asterisk. It's
there.
No, it's literally one of those ones that changed how people perceived what projects were at that point. Yeah. So it was like, it's another album. Oh, it's a commercial mixtape. Huh? What the fuck's a commercial mixtape?
What kind of shit is that?
That's what it was. But when it comes to that, I was really thinking about it because none of his albums hit the top 10, and I'm like, damn, he really doesn't.
Well, yeah, but then it also came to a point too where no matter how I felt about it, I've also said he doesn't have that bona fide classic
at all. Views was
now Take Care for me at one point was the closest. Nothing Was the Same has now emerged as that closest, but even then, it still feels like something's missing. As great as that album is, it still feels like something's missing.
It's like it's right there, but it's like...
On the flip side, I can tell the listeners right now, as far as I'm concerned, Kendrick has multiple classics. Cole's got multiple classics when you figure...
his mixtapes.
The mixtape and the album. Mm-hmm. As far as I'm concerned, Wale has a classic. Mm-hmm. Sean has a classic.
Hove has a classic. Dropped a classic in this decade.
To me, as a K.R.I.T listener, he has a personal classic.
Personally,
so all these artists have...
In the new age era,
yeah.
All these artists, even Big Sean has a classic, at least one.
I called Victory Lap a masterpiece. I didn't know how it was going to age. A year later, even before he died, when it was Grammy time, I was already like, okay, it's
Mac Miller. Mac Miller has arguably a classic. So pretty much
all he has two, if you want to count the watching movies with no sound.
That too. So pretty much all his peers in the freshman peers that came out in the blog era have at least a classic.
YG got one.
And Take Care is that one album everyone just looks at like, oh, it's really good. And then when you really break it down and you listen to it, some of those songs don't age well.
Nah.
Some of those songs doing it, we're not doing it wrong. So proud of you. Ugh, hate that damn record.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you know how he sequenced the album, and he could have took songs out, put them in. Club Paradise should have closed that damn album.
Even the Kendrick verse don't hit, and that's not necessarily a knock on.
That was such a side-eye verse. Verse.
Like I felt it initially, and then as the years have gone by, I was just.
And he put it on right after fucking Marvin's Room, which didn't really fit.
Yeah, that was just weird.
That was weird to me. It was like, okay, all right. So, but if we're talking records, like if we're talking just singles, We talk about top 10
he probably
singles.
dominates your top 10.
Shit.
Nigga probably got 4 records at least in there.
Hotline Bling at least is like the top one, and God's Plan, and just off Scorpion, a whole bunch of them. Now, is an overall album?
No. Nah. But to be fair, I mean, what? He's found a way to have 2 or 3 placements on a top 100 list?
That's a feat.
It's an accomplishment. Like, again, this is where that Khaled and Nicki shit comes into play. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, fam, because I know how the fan base will come at us if they listen to this, or if they've already been attacking you. What happens?
Bring it on!
But it's like, when you think about it, when it averages out 100 projects over 10 years, that's 10 projects a year. You still found a way. Even if you made it to the top,
even if you made it to the top 50, that's still a good.
That's an average. That means every third year you had something that caught our attention to, like, okay, we could put that in. Mm-hmm. That's great.
That's a good average. Like, just to be mentioned of this decade.
Yeah.
Like, back in 2000, was it 99? Or in the early 2000s, Eminem was the artist of the decade. When it comes to just sales and music and shit. When this decade is over, Drake gonna get that big old plaque as artist of the decade.
Yeah.
By far.
Can't take away the facts.
Yeah.
Like, the facts are the facts. Yeah. We're not, when you're speaking on facts, you're not talking about subjectivity. And subjectivity is your taste in the music. Mm-hmm. The objectivity comes in the numbers. There's no disputing the numbers.
But not to have a top 10 album like ever in this, like, not at least because it's just, if you really, Ari Kendrick has a top album in this decade. Jay-Z has one. Kanye has one. Who else has a top 10 album? Maybe.
But think about who you're naming. You're naming artists that are known for albums.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
Drake's run
is singles.
Started with the Lucy's.
And the mixtape.
Yeah, now granted, those Lucy's came after 2 very good albums. Mm-hmm. So he was building the run. But if you really focus on that, it was all those Lucy's that were kind of taking him. Because for the life of me, I could have sworn that Just Hold On, We're Going Home was going to be his signature song.
It should have.
For the longest time, I thought that was going to be his signature song. So I was like, yo, that's a record that's going to take him off in a different plateau. Mm-hmm. But he ended up going the other way.
Yeah.
And it's not even a fault to him, because in actuality, he was a trendsetter. He made it to the point where you could put the guys who aren't necessarily street on these trap-sounding records.
And it have to sound good.
And they sound great. That's why when Childish Gambino jumps on the records, we don't question it.
Shit, Hotline Bling, think
about World Star. World Star is a fucking trap-ass song.
Yeah, and he made it work.
Yeah.
We don't ever question Childish Gambino for that.
And fucking Hotline Bling, which was originally the Cha-Cha remix that people don't want to talk about. Yeah. But he made that on a fluke. He didn't think that was going to be a hit. Yeah. It ended up being a huge hit. Sometimes I feel he doesn't know how powerful he is with his voice or his music. But I thought that was an interesting topic to discuss. Yeah. It's like, wow, you don't have, it's almost like Dan Marino type shit. Like, all them damn records and not one ring, not one bona fide certified ring.
I thought this topic was stupid.
Anyway, it's just stands. BeyHive, we gotta talk. Beyonce doesn't know you.
Bro.
I'm glad you said
like, nah, seriously.
I'm tired of talking to stan bases, man. I really am.
But I'm specifically talking about them and the Barbs. Nicki don't know you either. I mean, Nicki acknowledges you. Beyonce doesn't even acknowledge you until she's on the stage.
She don't acknowledge them until it's time to sell something.
That too. Yeah. You get mad at Kanye for that.
Call it for what it is.
Like, seriously.
She didn't start acknowledging motherfuckers till Homecoming was ready to come out.
Shit. Or an album.
And then what'd she do to acknowledge them? Hey, here's the link. Go buy this shit.
Go get a Netflix account.
Yeah.
Shit. Get a Netflix account. You know? But yeah, so apparently at the Word Game, at Game 4, Beyonce and Hov was in a big ass hoodie ass jacket, and it was hot that day. And I'm like, that nigga hot. Wearing all black too. I was like, in a hat and shit, but you know, Beyonce was in her little summer dress or whatever. They were sitting courtside, and there was a white girl sitting next to her, and I guess like, I don't know, she was saying something, but Beyonce just looked discomforted, and she kind of shrugged her off a little bit. I don't really think much. She just looked high. She looked like she just smoked a blunt, and the old girl was blowing her high. I don't know. So anyway, BeyHive made up their own narrative and said, look at that white woman disturbing our queen. Off with her head! Yeah. Found her Instagram and just put a whole bunch of B emojis saying that Beyonce is just, they were whole fucking soliloquies about how white women are taking over the world and just a whole bunch of just shit. Like, you niggas are weird. Even got to the girls, found her fucking Instagram page and was sending her messages like, you gotta kill yourself, I know where you live, all types of shit. And it turns out this woman that was talking to Beyonce or sitting next to Hov and B was literally...
I know her name is Nicole and I forgot the last name.
But her fiance is not the owner that fucking got banned from the Warrior game, but he's pretty much like a co-owner of the Warriors.
Yeah.
The one that writes the checks.
That writes the checks for everybody.
Joe Lacob?
Something like that.
Yeah.
One of them.
Because Bob Myers is the general manager. He's not the owner.
Yeah. So, yeah, and she was devastated by this shit. It got so bad that Beyonce's publicist had to come out and tell everyone to fucking chill. Not Beyonce, which I thought was weird. Because you would have thought Beyonce would have came out and said something, but she didn't. BeyHive, y'all gotta chill. BeyHive and the Barbs. Like, BeyHive was chill for a few years. They were chill for a while. And the Barbs stick there.
Man, I'll be the ones to say, BeyHive bitches need to start behaving. The fuck? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Literally. Imagine being a grown-ass woman. These are the type of grown-ass women that will talk shit to a nigga, too.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna mess around with you? I'm on some grown women shit. And I want to play some little girl games like this.
Literally. They really live,
That's some real shit.
Project their life into Beyonce. They really look at her like a god. Like, they literally look at her like she
Y'all
is
gonna be
Jesus.
in for a rude awakening after you deify these motherfucking celebrities.
Oh, man, when the day of judgment comes, and they bring up your little Twitter profile, and you said Beyonce, God, and he puts up that first commandment, what's that say? Read it. Well, I don't know.
To another universe.
Just snap your fingers and turn to dust.
Yeah.
To hell.
Damn.
Send your ass into you ever wonder if he will send you to a universe and then you end up being the one that gets hit by Brandy?
You going to hell.
But I'm just saying, like, hey, man, I think a lot, man.
I think a lot too.
I don't think about that.
Like, I am an extrovert and introvert, if that makes sense. I am a social introvert. I will be social for you, but most of the time I'm like Kawhi. I live inside my mind.
Same here.
I just think about shit like that. I just can't help but think about stuff like that. Like,
well, all right.
You really be going hard for certain celebrities.
Hey, Drake fan,
like, if he sends you to another universe where you got to relive it, but that celebrity is the one that takes you out.
Damn.
Like, because those crazy stands. There's the BeyHive, there's the Barbs, there's Arby's Angels, Bronzesexuals, and
you might have to raise up the Bronzesexuals.
No, I'm not ranking them.
Man.
I'm not ranking them. I'm
right.
just naming them. And then who
I
else?
was just saying.
Bronzesexuals, the 3-6 Mafia, and Aubrey's Angels again. They're
one and the same. So what do we call them? Aubrey sexuals?
Whoa.
Nah.
No, that's too much.
Nah. Called 3-6 Mafia featuring Aubrey.
Yeah.
LeBron's the bigger one. Don't kid yourself.
But yeah,
let's not kid yourself. Okay,
yeah,
you're looking at both brands.
Yeah, but the fans,
the youngsters, they're gonna flock to Drake initially, but LeBron has changed so much in culture, far more than Drake.
He has not played 1 second in the finals. And they bring this
second in the finals. Nigga ain't
the
played
playoffs.
Since fucking April.
He hasn't played 1 second in the offseason and in the postseason.
Coverage on his Instagram.
They
cover his Instagram.
Or what he's eating for breakfast. Or what happened on this day.
Taco Tuesday. They covered that on ESPN.
I believe they did. That's power.
I'm not even talking about Twitter. It was on SportsCenter.
I believe it. Oh, what's he eating for breakfast?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's power. And LeBron knows that. I think LeBron knows his power. Drake doesn't know his power. I've always said that.
Yeah.
But they all wanted to say you disrespect both of them, and it's men. It's not women. It is men that act this way.
Yeah.
Men. And it's weird. They live vicariously through Drake and LeBron.
Yeah,
and
that's something else.
That's weird.
I'm telling you, man, I love what LeBron represents. Occasionally he'll irritate me and get me upset. But that's because I don't deify him.
Yeah.
He's a human.
Yeah.
And I still recognize it. Okay, we all make mistakes. We're all at fault. For sure. You made yours. I didn't like it. So what?
Yeah.
I still rock with you. I've always been like that. Because I don't deify him.
Right. Exactly. If you
but
deify them,
you gotta, at some point, you got to hold celebrities accountable.
They're human too.
You can't excuse everything that they do. It seems like the one time you bring up anything bad about LeBron, they always try to bring up, he does so much for the school.
What about Jordan? Jordan didn't do that.
Yeah. How the fuck we go from this nigga not playing defense to all of a sudden talking about the school? I know what the fuck he does.
Seriously.
Oh,
he still ain't playing no goddamn defense. The fuck the school got to do with that?
Why are they picking on Drake?
He can't go to school and learn that shit.
Why they picking on Drake for, man? He's just a weirdo. Well, shit, if he didn't fucking mention Kid Cudi's, whatever the shit, if it was his mental illness and shit, then this probably wouldn't have happened. Oh, why are you gonna talk about that for? See, this.
Honestly, these stan bases make Kanye's base look pretty
logical.
Yeah.
They're like, they remind me of Michael fans. They remind me of Michael fans.
Like, if you think about it,
they'll organize, and
even then they'll kind of make, I guess you call them excuses or try to save face for Kanye in a way.
Yeah.
But they don't go over the top. They do it in a ways where it's like they know they're trolling.
Yeah.
They let the person they're arguing with give them a sense like, yo, I'm not dead ass serious about this, but at the same time I'm serious about this. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So that way you know not to waste. If you waste time arguing with a Kanye stan, that's your fault.
Exactly.
Because they make it perfectly clear
what they
just doing
stand.
this shit for fucking fun.
See, and they remind me of Michael stans in a bit, because Michael stans are organized and they will attack you, but it makes perfect sense why they attack you. Same with Kanye fans. They're kind of one and the same in a way. Because they give you facts and they give you this, that. Because I remember I got schooled by a Kanye fan. And I'm a Kanye fan. And I'm like, well, okay. Well, thank you.
Speaking of Michael, on a side note, we forgot Prince's album.
Oh yes. You're the Prince fan, so.
But I didn't want to get into it too much. Like, I just listened to it and I tell my boy once again. It seems like you hear him every week now. Being mentioned, Jason.
Jason needs to just come on the show now.
He knows. But Jason's a big ass Prince fan to the point where his dog is named Prince.
Wow.
So him and I were laughing because I'm like, fam. This man was literally giving away or sitting on classics, literally,
and all these.
So it's the Prince
wrote, right?
It's the wrote, produced, organized, played, performed.
Cause I saw
all
Manic,
that shit.
I saw Manic Monday, and I hear that all the time at my job because they have like this. They always have the playlist, and I hear that song all the time. And I saw that on the song. I saw that song. I was like, hold up, Prince wrote that?
Put it this way: these are the demos.
Yeah.
The reference tracks.
These are the reference tracks.
And apparently he gave Hove these records for him to put out on Tidal exclusively before he died. 2 of these tracks are Jungle Love, which was by Morris Day and the Time. And The Glamorous Life, which was She Lee. But I heard his renditions of those and everybody was bringing up too, we've heard him do it live. It's like, I know he's done those live. It's a different experience hearing the original recording. Yeah.
Because when you're live, it's, you just doing it. Hey, I wrote the song. I'm going to perform it. It is what it is.
It could just come off as a cover.
To hear that this was the origin.
That's wild.
Yeah. If he really wanted to, he could have expanded his catalog and kept them shits for himself.
He has a whole bunch of music in his vault that he didn't even want to put out. That's still probably in there that needs a code.
Like, it got to the point where I was talking with my mom about it.
Why does your mom like it?
Oh, she registered for Tidal for it.
Wow. But well, obviously, she had to. Because she's a Prince fan. JC's mom is just the old. Every time I go to her house, something new. Yeah. I won't be surprised if I see a clone in her house of Prince. Will not be surprised.
That's kind of weird.
No, it's not.
Oh, you think he's joking?
No, come on, man. I've known your mom for a while.
Like, it's just like a.
He's talking about finding a clone for him. I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm just waiting for the text. Hey, you guys could have the place. I'm in Paisley Park now. Bye.
What?
Huh? All right, and I don't even say what. I'll be like, oh, you finally made. All right, cool. You saying made for good. All right.
Like, every time she has something new,
I
will go in there today and I'll be like, what did you buy now? Oh, I got this new signed Prince vinyl that hasn't been seen in like 10,000 years.
I always try to explain to people because Busby always says, you're the Prince stan. And I'm like, nah, fam. I'm just the byproduct of the Prince stan.
So that's the realest shit. So
don't get it twisted. I love Prince.
Yeah.
I love Prince because I was raised on Prince.
I was raised on Michael, so...
No. Yeah. You were raised on Michael. Uh-huh. My mom stanned Prince.
She was the original.
So it brought... That's like if... Because I don't know how your mom feels about Michael.
Oh, she loves him.
But probably not to the same way that you do.
She has a limit. She has a limit.
My mom...
You love him.
Now. I would get kicked out the house... If you know that stupid ass post that was on Twitter where that stupid girl that was trying to get attention.
Yeah.
Where it's like, Whitney's a far better artist than Prince and debate your moms.
Hold on, whoa. Who the fuck said that?
That was some troll.
Seriously, what the fuck?
I think they were dead ass serious.
That was some troll account because the picture was of Whitney. So anytime you have those pictures, I'm like, first of all, I'm not debating that. Mm-hmm. I looked at it and I was like, oh, she must be talking about Prince Paul from the producer in hip hop.
Yeah.
No, Jay Prince. Yeah, or
Jay Prince.
Or Jay Prince Jr.
Hey,
because I know she ain't talking about Prince.
I was gonna say,
Prince
man, ain't nobody talking about Jay Prince. The fuck.
No, so yeah, I'm a byproduct of it. But at the same time, I've got love for Prince. So to just hear these records in context where it's like, okay, I know he wrote these, I know he produced these, I know he orchestrated.
Some of those on the B sides of like the other album.
Well, so to go back to the point, that's what my mom was saying, where it was just to the point where he was finishing the albums where he had to release Erotic City as a B side.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Erotic City didn't show up on any album until The Greatest Hits. He literally released it as the B side to Let's Go Crazy. Because he didn't feel it was in the proper place for Purple Rain. Like, imagine one of your most well-known songs. Oh yeah, that's just a B-side. I had no choice but to do it. Whatever. Yeah, and then you have all these albums that drop, and it's not until the compilation album where it's like, okay, we can finally put it here. Whatever.
And he gave these records to Hove because before Prince died, he said
literally like 3 days before his death.
Oh, literally 3 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that same shit with Nipsey and Khaled.
Oof.
Literally, like on some days before, it was okay. This is how I want to do the project. So that's why when I saw some resistance from Prince fans, rightfully so, because you want to pay homage to the estate and buy it by his side. But I was looking at it like, nah, this was actually something he gave to Jay,
and before he died, he said flat out he only wanted his music streamed on Tidal. Yeah, nobody else but Tidal. Yeah. So in a way, I purposely only listen to Prince records on Tidal. For that, because I feel weird if I listen to it on iTunes or anywhere else. It's like, nah, I don't feel right.
And I'm glad they waited the time they did, because when they dropped it, it was on his birthday. So I'm glad they waited out the time frame.
That's wild. Damn, I just realized that this is like in a few weeks it'd be the 10-year anniversary of Michael's death.
Yeah, for Prince, it was 3 years a couple months ago.
We need to make that playlist, man.
Yeah, get there.
Yeah. Anyway,
for now I'm rocking the originals. It's good enough to want to play
over and over and over.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's what's up.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's talent. Rest in peace, Prince.
Yeah. But back to the stands, and we talked enough about stands. Let's get to aspiring artists, man. Y'all keep walking around doing this stupid shit, and it's gonna get you fucked up. Just along with the stands. And the worst person you could walk up on is 50 Cent. That's seriously the one person. I don't understand why the hell you would walk up on him the way he was doing.
He was on a date too. That's the principle of it. He was on a fucking date.
And he said before like rappers are the only ones who have like that type of attitude where you see someone who looks like you, and you're just gonna approach them and not even give a shit about what they're doing, not even what they're doing, what you have available to present. Like you don't have the actual presentation for it and shit.
Yeah, look, man, 50's already somebody that you don't want to mess with in general.
Period.
Yeah.
50 coming out dressed like fucking Franklin and Grand Theft Auto 5.
Like looking like CJ.
Back up.
Like my man, my man was out here dressed up in a button-up with some cargo shorts. No, you don't mess with him. He has nothing to lose. He put that outfit on, looked in the mirror, and said, "I'm killing these niggas," and he walked out the house with nothing to lose. You don't fuck with him. Damn the bullets.
There's nothing wrong with that fit,
nigga.
There's nothing wrong with that fit.
Bro, he had a long sleeve, button-up brown flannel shirt. And some cargo shorts.
The only way that would have been worse...
He was comfortable.
That's fine. The only way it could have been more crazy is if the shorts was gym shorts.
Yeah, okay, if it was gym shorts, I could understand. I'll be like, okay, 50.
But at the same time, he was looking wild. But that's the point of wild I want to reach, where you just have so much fucking money, you can do what the fuck you want to do, that you still walk out and be on a date with a woman with an ass like the woman he was with.
That nigga came out. It looked like he came out of Applebee's. It looked like a regular. That's what I'm saying. That was an Applebee's fit.
Yeah.
Shit.
This motherfucker walked up on talking about, check out my IG, huh?
Yeah, 50 looked like he was about to knock that nigga the fuck out.
He saw you being recorded.
You know,
niggas ready to square up. Saw the camera. Now he recorded.
Like, no, what you doing is you're doing it all wrong. But what am I doing wrong? You're fucking stupid. He looked so annoyed.
Shit ain't gonna work because you fucking stupid.
Shit ain't gonna work. Why is it not gonna work? Because you're fucking stupid. You're stupid.
And this motherfucker had the nerve to get on his IG the next day talking about he a clown. He wouldn't listen. No.
You get your little 10 minutes of fame.
You need to learn, y'all need to learn how to, again, when you deify these motherfuckers, you don't know how to act around them.
Yeah.
That could have been
I was going to say, just come correct. You know
that could have been something as simple as, hey, Fifth, much respect. If you got time, I got music I would like to show you. Here's the link. If you check it out, cool. If not, that's cool.
Well, if you see this man come on a date with a
but you have to announce what you're doing. The nigga walked up, check out my IG. Huh?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He came at him sideways, bro. Like, nah, that shit ain't flying. Not with 50.
Plus,
not with 50.
Plus, you owe 50. People owe 50 Cent money, man. A lot of people.
He owes him for his time wasted.
That too. And he will go on your head about it. 50's evil, dog. He's an evil motherfucker. Like, he's only evil if you push him to that limit. You know, if he feels there's something weird about you, he'll record your phone messages and all this other shit. Yeah. That nigga, what the hell you doing?
There's a fucking bug.
Aw. Anyway, so Black Mirror.
That's what 50 wanted to do.
Yeah, you want to swap
the shit out that motherfucker.
Okay, Black Mirror. Or you want to talk about the what about?
Let's get to some stuff. Let's get some stuff out the way real quick.
Okay, because
shouts out to Rihanna because she is now the richest female musician.
She ain't getting that out many times. Yeah. Well, it's gonna come. It'll be when you least expect it.
Shout out to Meek Mill because he now has a new court hearing, new case and all.
Round of applause for him.
New staff, judicial system, whole motherfucking crew and all that. I'm telling you, once he beats it, he should go Dream Chasers 5. Just nothing but bad Boys to Men samples.
Bruh.
At this point, 5. Boys to Men. Boys to the Hood.
At this point,
Boys to the Hood.
Yeah.
Shout out to Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. turning into the real Tony Stark. Mm-hmm. I didn't read too much on it, but I saw he was something for humanity.
Yep.
And then the Earth. And I saved the claps because Megan Thee Stallion also did something for the Earth. Mm-hmm. So shout out to both Robert Downey Jr. and Megan Thee Stallion. She did a hotties meetup at the Santa Monica Pier. Hey, everybody showed out and they cleared the beach.
Good for them. Good for the environment.
Yeah,
good for that.
Seriously,
you can't help but appreciate a woman who can rap the way she raps. She is confident in her sexuality and does not have a problem showing it to you.
Is a nerd.
You don't touch men and women. Yeah. Stop touching that woman.
He just pointed people.
Stop touching Megan Thee Stallion unless she gives you consent. Stop that.
Always ask for consent, ladies and gentlemen. Consent.
Until you get consent, just appreciate the nice
ass.
Houston ass that's just in front of you.
The horse's ass.
Yes. Appreciate that. Just don't touch the stallion.
Get it?
No, I get it, but normally when you say a horse's ass, it's like an insult. You know what I
mean? No. Sometimes it's just...
She wants to be known as a stallion. I will call her a stallion.
Like Black Stallion, like that movie. Black Beauty.
So yeah, round of applause to them for doing that.
Also, round of applause to the Obamas, though. Yep. All presidents.
Yep.
All first family. Still the first family. First and a half. They've been working behind the scenes, man. First they got that book deal, like Michelle Obama getting all that money for that. Obama's still writing that shit. Cause you know when that shit comes out, it's gonna be it's gonna be like an album drop, and you know he gonna do interviews just dissing everybody.
I'm gonna kill these niggas.
Michelle, read this fire I just wrote. And they got a production company with Netflix because they got all this shit coming out. They're partnered with Netflix, so they have hella content coming out. And they also teamed up with fucking Spotify, so they're gonna do podcasts and shit. Obama's, man.
I'm signed up for that.
Damn.
I don't know what it is, but I'm signed up for it.
Joe better be scared.
Can you imagine Barack Obama on the Joe Budden podcast?
Let me tell you something, Joe.
Oh, damn.
I dealt with a it wasn't a Budden, but he was Biden. So he was close enough, Joe.
I can just imagine Obama on the Joe Budden podcast. That would be wild.
Now, you know I'm from Chicago, Joe. I love my Chicago hip hop.
Talking about hip hop, debating about Obama about hip hop.
That'd be awesome.
That would be hilarious.
Like, seriously.
I know you better with a lot of rappers in your time, Joe.
I like how you say Michelle and.
No, that's a speech talk. He gets in his personal talk. It's we gonna talk about that.
No, in his speech talk, it's kind of he knows what he's saying. But when he's talking to the press, he does. I remember he was always going like, and like he's going to sleep.
But he catches up. It's a speed thing because once he catches it, he goes
like he's going to sleep and shit.
And looks like The Grudge. Okay.
Oh my god, fucking Predator and shit.
Yeah, Obama was so dope, man. So cool that on SNL they had to call him up to impersonate himself because they couldn't find no one to impersonate him because he was too cool.
Yep,
no one could do it. Anyway, speaking of Netflix, Black Mirror came back.
Yeah,
it's not. I told JC because I saw it. I knew it was only 3 episodes. So I was like, 3 episodes because they probably spent the whole budget on Bandersnatch, the whole pick your adventure shit. So it's only 3 episodes. I'm like, okay. So I saw Anthony Mackie at an episode, and I was like, okay, black people. I don't want to watch fucking Then They See Us. I want to be happy. I want to see what goes on in this Black Mirror world and shit. Because the whole Black Mirror is like the fucking technological Twilight Zone, for the most part, right?
Boy, were you happy.
Oh, no. I gotta build this picture, because it was late. So, I'm like, okay, so I start what was it? Viper Strikers. That was the episode. So, I watched it, and then I paused and started laughing. And then I kept laughing. And I kept watching, and I kept laughing. And then I told JC and Karina, I told everyone I knew, I just want you to watch this episode.
So you guys, the damage had already been done at that point?
Yeah.
Because I had already seen the memes.
Yeah.
So I kind of already had a sense like, alright, it's about to be one of those. And my sister had already seen it. So
what did she say? Was she laughing?
She just said you gotta watch to the end. You just gotta watch to the end. So I was like, alright. So I went out, I was working, and then I was on my way back home. Her and my mom went to Larissa's work event, so Larissa ended up coming back, surprised me being at home. And so we're like, alright, we're gonna watch. So my sister's like, hey, let's just watch the Black Mirror episode. Larissa is not a Black Mirror fan. She doesn't watch it. She's not a Twilight Zone fan, none of that. But my sister was like, no, because you don't have to watch these in order. They're all like little stories, like, and you gotta see this. So she's like, all right. So in the beginning of it, when it's centered around this game, I'm like, okay, what's the catch?
Yeah, I knew. I knew you were trying. I knew what you were trying to do. You're trying to see the catch and find something.
And I thought the catch was when they just immediately panned out from the time they were roommates to 11 years later. And, so I'm like, what happened in between that time? Because something tells me that's going to be the plot twist at the end.
I was thinking it had something to do with the game. I thought there was like some Jumanji shit was going to happen.
So then when they talk about the video game and how they put the sensors on, I was like, I think I know where it's
I was
going.
following it.
But then I was like, not yet. I'm not sure. And then as they're talking online, I'm looking at Sheree. I'm like, yo, why he acting like you don't want to play with it? Okay, now I know what's going on.
So,
all right, for sure. So anyway, let's just go there.
So I didn't know. So they get into the game. So pretty much what they did is that he put the it's like PS10. I'm
PS10.
PS10.
They put a fucking sensor on the temple of your
for the virtual reality,
face.
And he put the game into the chip. It's like a chip, and you put it into the controller. So they sync up, and their conscience, like they just go dead. Like, oh, I'm dead.
And that's just funny. I'm gonna use that meme nonstop. Yeah. Anthony Mac just
looks like Brand. That's Brand. Yeah. Literally, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like drop the controller and everything.
Eyes all white and blue shit.
So pretty much their conscience literally gets sucked into the game, and they go into the character. So when they're in the game, it's old girl, like his boy is playing this Asian chick.
It's basically like Street Fighter or Tekken.
Yeah,
basically what they're in. So they pick the characters, they fight it out.
Just say it's Chun-Li. So he gets sucked into Chun-Li and shit, or his boy, and he gets sucked into Ryu. Say that's the only way I can describe it. Right. They're like real action people. So they start fighting, and I'm seeing the fight scenes. I'm going like, damn, they can do a Street Fighter or a Dragon Ball Z movie if they want to, just like this, because the animation, the special effects was wild. So they kept fighting, and all of a sudden they kind of like started struggling and shit like that. And then they look at each other, and then they start kissing.
What kind of shit is that?
And I was like, whoa, what? Hold up. I had to pause, and I was like, that just fucking, they get sucked, and then they, like, game also, it gets sucked out the game, and he's just sitting there like, what the fuck? Goes back to his wife.
That was the funny, like,
that was the first time. It was the first time.
Okay, like, I feel like the listeners, they can get, they understand the gist of it. There's some conversations that need to be had.
They started fucking. The whole episode, they were fucking in the game.
Yeah.
Secretly, they had a secret relationship.
That wasn't a real relationship because it wasn't.
Because when they're in the game, they feel everything. Yeah. So his boy is literally feeling like a woman. So
it's not a homosexual relationship, but it's two men's conscious that are in a man and a woman.
So it's kind of a gay relationship.
You know how American Dad, where it's like. It's almost gay, but it's not gay.
Yeah.
That's the perfect picture to describe that episode, where it's like it's almost there. You crossing it, but it's not
gay enough.
It's not.
It's like Brokeback Mountain meets The Sims.
Yeah.
It is weird.
But I feel like we gotta have conversations about this. Like,
Can we talk about the ending when they all met up? When they met up, though, that was the funniest.
Well, I'm not even talking about conversations in terms of the show. Like, I'm talking about conversations that it's presented to the audience once you see it.
Yeah.
Why do black people never talk their shit out? We just go through it and then we try to push it under the rug like it never happened.
Funny.
They literally tried pushing that shit under the rug. Oh, my bad, man. I was drunk.
Yeah, me too, man. Yeah,
because it was his birthday party when they reunited. Shit. I was drunk.
Yeah,
man.
me too, man.
Oh, yeah,
me
it's
too.
all good. Don't worry about it.
They go back in the game,
then they start fucking.
And then after that, they're like,
wow.
And after that, they're looking at each other like, well, I guess we gay now.
What the
That's what the old girl said.
So is that how it happens? Like you plug yourself into a game and then
you start. No, you're supposed to fight.
Yeah,
but you
it's
feel
like they found
everything.
A glitch or
you feel everything.
A code or something.
That's a trip. Man.
Yeah, and then you just start fucking. And it.
Long story short, how it ends because
funniest part.
He's married. They haven't been having relations, so she's feeling neglected. She feels like he's cheating.
Technically, is he?
He kind of is.
Is he though?
But see, it's one of those things where we'll dive into because I figured out what they were doing.
Yeah,
the writers in terms of the story.
Yeah,
and it made sense.
It made perfect sense.
But it was like Anthony Mackie's character was trying to get away from it, but the other one who I perfectly coined as the Yale Meek Mill.
The Yale Meek Mill.
Because he just looked like...
My God.
Every time I'm looking at him, like, my sister's like, he looks like somebody. I was like, it is cleaned up Yale-ass...
You look like you from
look
Yale.
At Meek Mill and shit. And she goes, that's who it is. And I was like, yeah.
Yale Meek Mill. I'm like, wow, bro.
He keeps trying to suck him back into the game.
You know, and then after that, like, because he don't fuck with him for a minute, so he was telling him because he went to dinner with him, and his wife walked away, and he was like, "Yeah, man, like I've paying other people to go play as this character, so we could just start fucking and shit. Sometimes they'll just be the dummy player, so I'll just be fucking the dummy player. I even fucked other players. I even fucked the polar bear character, man.
I'm still thinking about you.
What?
First of all, we pause it.
I had to pause it. Did you pause it anytime?
No, I let the whole shit play because other people were watching. At that point, I was like, fam.
What?
Fam.
What?
We need to discuss the other problems you have in your life.
As soon as he said...
Because this shit that's borderline gay isn't even bothering me anymore. It's the other shit that you're bringing into the equation.
This nigga goes and says, I have orgies with multiplayers and shit. I'm like, my God, what is wrong with you, man?
What kind of shit is that?
And then he's like...
You just got problems, my nigga.
Like, I fucked a polar bear. I fucked a fucking polar bear,
He said the polar bear, I was done. I was like, fam, all right.
No.
You just, you fuck anything at this point.
Anything. So then... Because he's addicted to the feeling. So then they have one last fuck, and the old girl, old boy, girl, whatever. Ugh. First time we pressed it today.
That's a new fucking record. Shit. Damn near 2 hours.
I know.
Good job.
I know. So then I was just like, and he was like, I love you, and he's like, what the fuck? Hold up. He's like, all right. He's like, meet me under the pathway in like 30 minutes. So they're in their regular bodies. Oh, God. Thank God. So they look at each other, and he's like, Anthony Mackie's like, we got to kiss. So we can really just feel if it's real. He's like, you sure? He's like, yeah. So, and then they just stand there looking at each other. He's like, we gonna kiss? He says, I'm just building up to it, man. So then he starts playing patting with him and shit. And then they kiss. Look at each other and was like, you don't feel nothing, huh? Yeah, not a damn thing. Well, that settles it then. And they dap each other up.
But then they started fighting because the other one wouldn't let the damn game go. Like, we can still do this. He's like, nah, bro. Like, what's the point? So that's what had me laughing because I was like, these motherfuckers they fighting over the game, not the fact that they had to kiss each other to figure out if they was actually gay or not. And then how it ends is they go to jail because
they were fighting
randomly. See, when the police showed up, I was like, ah, shit. I was trying to get away from how they see us, and these niggas gonna get shot by the police over that video game.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been a Black Mirror-ish ending.
Yeah, but then she goes and picks him up, and she's like, "What were y'all fighting about?" And then it just goes to black, and then it's his next birthday. This nigga's had 3 birthdays in the whole like it's a span of 3 years.
Oh wow!
Because they reunite on his birthday. She brings him over and they fight on the next birthday. Yeah. And then it goes to the next year when she has the second child and it's on his birthday. She gives him the piece back.
Yeah.
But then she goes out to the bar and she takes her wedding ring off and she's out being single. So it's like they made this deal where he could be in a video game and fuck his friend. And she could be in real life.
And fuck somebody else.
Fuck in real life. And I'm watching, I'm looking at Larissa like, why didn't he just give her the censor? and him the censor.
And they can all have an orgy.
They can do whatever they want in the video game, and then that's that.
That would have been a better ending. But that would have been a really better ending.
Yeah.
But that was
there's conversations. Conversations that need to be had from that episode. Now, one, I caught what they were doing, which was the whole virtual reality simulation.
I got
because there are people who would be addicted to porn.
Yeah.
That are addicted to porn.
Yeah.
It affects the relationship, but it's not cheating.
Yeah,
because they're not interacting with anybody else. It was
smart. It was a real smart written episode.
Yeah,
like,
but then I also realized, damn, they really like starting their episode 1s of their seasons in virtual reality, because the last one was the Star Trek shit.
That was a good one.
Yeah, but I was like, it's just the virtual reality of it all was like, damn, y'all like going for virtual reality for the first episode.
Bandersnatch, kind of.
Yeah,
but not the very, very first episode. The very first episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah. Probably should have been a polar bear in that one. But it brings up the conversation because a lot of motherfuckers, they bring up, I don't want to deal with transsexuals and all that. This kind of opens that conversation a little bit, where it's like, well, what if your man's isn't a transsexual, but he goes into virtual reality and becomes a woman?
He's a big titty woman too.
And how that, like, this your man's, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do? Like, I know the answer for me is easy. This is why I only play basketball games.
Imagine if 2K if they have the integrated WNBA.
Well, that's NBA
feature.
Live.
NBA Live, same shit.
That's why I buy 2K.
They had the integrated WNBA shit. You get in, you're fucking Lisa Leslie and shit.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
But I don't want to play with somebody else. I just want the computer generated stuff. That's all. Like, leave me alone. I'm not doing no.
Nah. I was just. I don't know what to say. That was just weird.
The memes were funny as shit though.
Like my girl sees I'm playing 2K. They just look at you weird.
One of my boys.
I didn't watch this shit because I was high.
Legit. Imagine if you were high.
Legit. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of happy I was high.
If you were high and you watched
my young reaction, like,
wild,
you know what I mean?
That was wild. I was like, oh, they went there. I stopped. I was on Twitter. I was like, I'm gonna tell the world about this. I told my mom about this. I was building up everything until let's say they started kissing and fucking. She was like, she put down her phone. She's like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah. Yep.
That was a wild episode. Now the other 2 episodes, I didn't care if y'all watched. It was just that episode I wanted to watch.
Playing Street Fighter, like the deluxe. No, this ain't Street Fighter. This is Street fucking
shit.
Every time they ended up in a different scene, I'm like, damn, how many places can you fight and fucking? This is extraordinary.
Yeah, because different scenes.
This is an open universe.
Now the other 2 episodes, there was this other one which was about social media, which is kind of whatever. But the third one featured Miley Cyrus, which I personally liked. It was entertaining. But the premise of it is that she's a music artist and shit. And her people kind of put her conscious into like these toys that kind of mimic her and shit
Chucky?
like that. No, it's not like Chucky. It's not like Chucky or whatever. But it kind of talk to her and it's like an Alexa pretty much. But it's like a moving R2D2 Alexa with her voice and music and shit like that, right?
Oh, so it's like the new Chucky.
Yay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like Chucky.
Something like that. But it's not really focused on her. So pretty much she's an artist, but she's one of those artists that wants to like branch out and do new shit, but her aunt is like evil and wants to keep her back and shit like that. So she kind of figures out that her aunt's trying to drug her and shit like that. And then her aunt figures out that she figured it out, so she drugged her again and put her in a fucking coma. So she's one of the biggest artists in the world and shit. So she was like, okay, so how can we do this? How can we like make more? We need like 10 songs from her just to make an album while she's asleep and shit. So they were like, okay, why don't we just go into her brain and pick the music notes in her brain and take out the music notes and the lyrics that she's thinking about, because she's still thinking about music, and then we could just manipulate it and we could just make a song out of it. I saw that premise. I was like, God damn, that's wild.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, that premise alone was like, whoa, that's what they probably will do to Kanye. Shit.
Sounds like what they did when she got with Mike Will.
Fuck.
But you know, other shit happened in that episode, which I'll let y'all watch. But to me, I enjoyed it. It could have been a good series. Miley Cyrus still can't act, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But that episode, Viper Strikers, that's gonna go down in infamy. Infamy. Just, god damn.
That shit was funny. That shit was funny.
Ugh.
If I watch it, I'll let you guys know.
Well, we already spoiled it, so.
Yeah, but still.
Because you know what it is, too, is...
It's like I told you, dude. You could tell me shit,
you know what it is?
It's like the experience is different of watching it. But
that's not even the worst scenario when you think about it.
Yeah,
imagine you playing with one of your siblings. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I was able to laugh at it.
Yeah.
Imagine if they were doing the Game of Thrones shit.
Oh, Lannister ass shit.
Yeah.
Ugh. Fucking.
ugh.
Anyways,
I would like your mom.
Just. Oh, come on, man. No. Just no. No.
You know how you get even worse?
No.
Imagine if this was the premise for Saw. I want to play a game. Huh?
Oh, shit.
Play a game.
But remember, you could feel everything.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Imagine if it wasn't just a fighting game. Imagine if it was like an action adventure game.
Yeah, like an RPG type game and shit.
Or just like a demonic game like Silent Hill or some shit like that.
Yeah. Oh, god damn. I'm out.
Yep. I ain't playing that.
Oh, you can't. You stuck. Your subconscious.
See, I would've
got you
in that shit. And imagine if there's a glitch because he said exit game, and imagine that shit don't work and you're stuck in there.
Oh fuck no.
That's what I thought was going to happen in that.
Oh, they're gonna get stuck.
Yeah. That's what I
told my sister. I was like, yo, imagine if that shit glitches and you can't get out.
Fuck all that.
I'm glad I ain't gonna be playing that video game console. That shit's gonna be out long after I'm dead.
It looks like something that PlayStation would do. That's the crazy part. Speaking of that, they have E3 this week. And I saw, what's his name? Keanu Reeves isn't going to be in the game. I forgot what it's called. I guess they showed the Avengers. They revealed the Avengers game trailer, but we weren't watching it because we were just focused on this damn game. And I was watching another shit. I was watching Supergirl. I've been hella binging. You should watch that shit, Supergirl. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of episodes. Like, Lex Luthor showed up, Superman does show up, Batwoman shows up, and it's crazy because Superman fucking decided to retire. He just told Supergirl because her cousin's like, me and Lois about to have kids, and what?
Ooh, the gentrified state warriors.
Now what?
Nosebleeds are going for $818.
$800.
Fuck. That's off the retail price.
Imagine how the Raptor fans feel. They said that shit was expensive too.
Yeah, it don't cost nothing to go to Jurassic Park.
That too, but that's
real.
Yeah, that shit look cracking though. That shit look hella cracking. Hella cracking.
Seriously, bad weather and all.
Shit. Nah, but Supergirl's pretty dope. Superman decided to retire. He's like, I'm gonna chill for a bit. You got this. I'm gonna go be with Lois. We're gonna have kids and get married, and you can just do, you deal with some shit. Now she's dealing with her clone and Lex Luthor and all types of shit. Bye. It's your problem. And when they have Batwoman's come in, and I guess Batman decided to go on hiatus, and now Batwoman's taking care of Gotham while Bruce is just doing whatever. So it's like, okay, so Batman and Superman just be like, all right, let the woman take care. I'm gonna do my own shit.
Yep.
Well, that was a very exciting game. Glad I watched it with y'all. Anyway, this is episode 137. 137 of the iLLogical Sense podcast. You can always follow me on the Twitter. At Mr. Busby 408. You can follow the Twitter page at iLLogicalSP, and of course you can follow on the Instagram and the Facebook iLLogical Sense.
And of course you can hit me up on all social media, JC No
Hits.
Still not debating with you crusty ass niggas.
But
we can talk. I talk sports all the time.
I
have conversations with people. I feel like I gotta make that clear too, because people think I just don't talk to people.
Yeah.
I talk to you. I just won't debate you.
That's what I'm at now.
You just won't keep going back and forth with y'all bullshit. Is basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
Going back and forth with you.
As soon as I know what it's like after the third reply, like, nah, bro.
Yeah. Some days I just be like, let's just agree to disagree.
I don't know you to have that conversation. I don't want that.
Pretty much.
Yeah, for real.
And you, Martine?
You can follow me at Beats Be Killing Them on every social media, and search Venomous, spelled VNMS, on every digital streaming platform, and stream my music because I would like money. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say this, Warriors. By the time we're recording this, y'all won by the skin of your teeth. Raptors, just aim for the head in Oracle. or Toronto. Either way, y'all better get this shit done. Because if we come back and the Warriors fucking win this shit, Denver, you better stay the fuck away from me.
Nah, you don't aim for the head on that. You aim for the Achilles.
Oh, come on, man. That's mean.
That was low.
I wasn't talking about KD's. I was talking about the Warriors' Achilles. Aim for that.
Let the dynasty burn.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that, but I want the dynasty to burn now. KD should not have went out like that.
One practice.
Just one practice and everything.
Not even a full practice.
They put him out there one practice.
Shit.
Steve Kerr, that's on you. That's on you. You should have stopped that. You stopped Clay, you should have stopped KD. And the only reason why these niggas won was because of that 1 point, and that's because of KD.
Well, he had 11, so it wasn't.
But that 1 point.
I'm just saying. Those points were the difference. You take those away, they lose by like 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
exactly how they always been losing throughout this whole fucking series. Every time they go against them niggas.
Yeah.
Raptors, please aim for the head, because I will be angry if you fuck this up. Even though I kind of predicted it.
Boardman mad.
Is he mad though?
You'd never know.
He's probably.
You would never know.
He's updating right now.
Probably.
Because he's mad.
Boardman. Yeah, that's me. And we out, bitches. Bye.
Peace.